Can we start? Can we shoot the podcast as a late night show?
We can do whatever the fuck we want to.
Where you're sitting behind a desk, we come in.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
It's like
We do a whole episode like that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest tonight has been on the podcast.
Yes.
Since June of
And
2020.
do a fake audience with actual footage cut
that'd
in.
be great. That's not a bad idea.
It's a high level production. That would take a while.
Yeah, I'd have to rearrange this entire room.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we?
And welcome to another episode of Podcast, the Movie, the Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Weese. Here with me, as always, my three compadres. Across from me, Mr. Reuben McCormick.
I was going to give you a quote, but I didn't have a quote.
There you go.
Hey, guys.
It's the best you can do. That's good stuff.
That's all I got.
Logan Henderson.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
You know, man, we...
Hey, you're out of your element, man.
Shut the fuck up.
Austin Newell.
Hey, you guys want to hear a little bit of shit talk?
Oh, shit. Are we going to start with talking shit?
We are.
Austin Newell, here we go.
Listen, the other day,
The official.
Here we go.
Yeah.
it was my day off, and I don't know what happened, but I shit 5 times in one day.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe that?
It's good fiber. Good
Five
good
times.
hydration.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me before. But I will tell you,
What changed?
good question. The first 3 were solid, normal shits. Sat down, did my thing, got out, and I was like, all right, enjoy the rest of my day. I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla that whole day. Literally put like 12 hours into that game. Anyway, the fourth
In one
shit.
day?
Shut up. The fourth shit.
Shut the fuck up, Reuben.
The fourth shit was kind of small. And I was like, why did I even do that? Like, why did I feel it necessary to go to the restroom? Anyway, then I went to the gym. All right. I didn't shit at the gym, but I went to the gym. Did elliptical for 45 minutes
That'll
straight.
push it out.
That'll do it.
Hell yeah. Came home. My ass felt hot. It felt hot, boys. I went in the restroom. Diarrhea. Don't know where it came from.
Wow.
Tremendous day. Honestly, like, for the books. I will never forget it.
So you're telling me what happened is on your last shit of the day, you made Fast 9.
You know, I never thought of it like that, but yes. Yes, I did.
He almost made it.
Very close.
So are we going to go directly into Fast 9?
Should we set this up?
Yeah, let's set this up.
Look, guys, we talked about it before. We've been talking about it. We love the Fast and the Furious movies. All 4 of us equally adore them on this podcast.
Well.
And so we decided to go and watch the new, as Tyler likes to put it,
F9.
Yeah, and you didn't get my PayPal. I sent you.
Oh.
I sent you money for the ticket, and it's just
You
like
should resend it to me.
it said. Yeah, waiting on Tyler to accept
Okay.
it, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And
I didn't send you shit.
I know.
My bad. I forgot. I'll get you back.
Luckily, Tyler bought all the tickets immediately.
Except
Yes.
for mine. I bought
Yeah.
my own.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was an experience. We were like there ironically, and we were having a good time.
Oh, we had a great time.
Just
Excellent
making
time.
fun
Yeah.
of it.
I was
Yeah.
laughing multiple times.
Yes.
Yes,
And I
Reuben
agree with
especially.
Tyler.
I was
I-
sitting right by him, and he was over
At
there
one
dying.
point, Reuben was yelling at the screen, "This is the best fucking movie I've ever seen in my life."
I believe saying. I
But,
believe I
but
said
here's
that.
the most important thing, right? Everyone else in the theater, the same thing, clearly.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
there were people just kind of talking and
Yeah.
laughing on their phones, and
Yeah.
no one gave a shit about any of it.
None.
At all. I
nobody
didn't care.
was watching the
Nobody
movie.
cared.
Yeah.
Everyone was watching it like they were at their house,
Yes.
drinking and watching a dumbass
Yeah.
movie with their friends.
Yeah.
And that was exactly the movie experience that I wanted.
At
That's
one point,
exactly
the
what I was going
entire
for.
auditorium started laughing. And
I think it's because
It
we
wasn't
were
a funny
laughing
moment
at
either.
something,
Yeah.
and then everybody else was laughing in reaction
Oh,
to
definitely.
us laughing.
Definitely.
The
Because
movie-
there was a delayed response
Yes.
of us
Yeah.
and them. And it was...
the movie though is not a comedy.
It's just stupid.
Man,
I
you know
think
what?
it takes
There
itself
are
so serious that it's gone past the point of
Yes.
satire, where it's now so real that they're giving it all they can, dude. I'm telling
Dude,
you.
I'll tell you what, though, man.
This is the best acting they can produce. This is
Okay.
the best directing they can produce.
Okay.
and it's past satire. It's
So-
they believe that this is an action movie worth cinema.
Maybe though, but I think that because there are multiple points throughout the movie where they kind of poke fun at how silly they are in it.
No way.
And because there's those pieces.
How spoilery are we going to get on this?
I mean, the whole way.
I feel like it doesn't
If you
matter.
haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Go watch it.
But
Yeah,
also, if
you're
you
a fan
had
of this podcast,
either
and you haven't seen,
you should have
For
already
Nine
seen
we're
yet.
3 weeks out now
Yes.
from a release.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to technically. I really don't want to spoil the entire thing.
So at the very end of the movie,
this is the thing that I really want to get across. And look, there's none of this that I'm going to say is a spoiler because it shows it in the trailer. If you want to know how seriously they take this movie, at one point in time, they launch a car into space and they drive around. So
he shifts the gear
yes,
and thrusters
and
and
it turns the wheel.
Yeah, he
Oh my
tries-
gosh.
And it activates like the RCS thrusts or something.
Yes.
It's like, I'm like,
So
why?
Austin just pulled up the opening weekend numbers for
Oh,
F9.
can we all take a? It killed it. It had to have.
Take
Yeah.
a guess. What's your guess, Reuben?
Opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
American
nationally?
box.
American.
American,
Okay.
yeah.
105 million.
Very generous.
I don't think it
Generous.
would be that much
Yeah.
if it were normal times. Maybe I'm gonna go 60 million.
Hold on, before I'm going to try to pull up Fast 8's opening weekend.
Are you gonna compare it?
See if I can tell you.
Okay. I feel like this is still a blockbuster. Like
Okay, but yeah,
oh,
look, this
wow.
is the thing. So,
You think
What do you
that's-
got?
is
What are the
that just
numbers,
for
guys?
Fast 8?
yeah,
What do the
so
numbers mean?
This is
These are analysts, approximately.
you guys are
Okay.
sharing data with each other, not on the other side of the table.
so $70
Or
million
their
is
listeners.
what Fast
Say
9
billion.
million.
Okay.
$70 million
close.
with for
I'm
Fast
pretty good at
9
that
for
game
the
whenever we
opening
play that.
I
weekend.
like that.
It's the largest post-pandemic opening that we've had thus far, and I would say, like, truly, I think that's the movie that is going to lead us back into the theaters.
I disagree vehemently.
Okay.
Because I think that that's not enough.
Okay.
Because at this point in time, you would expect things, in my opinion, to be closer to what you would expect. I think
that people
It's
are
the 9th movie though.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people though are still
A lot of people are still not
there's a-
financially secure to go to the movies.
there's a fear that's associated with
And
like going
also-
possibly,
into
but I really think like
confined
we're gonna
places.
like there's gonna be a reckoning
and
in
Los
the theater
Angeles
business.
and New
No, dude.
York.
Everybody's
the two
investing
biggest
in
markets
AMC.
are just now starting to open back up again. So
What's the next blockbuster though this year that's coming?
you know?
Paddington 3, baby.
Is it though? Is it coming?
No, I don't
know.
Of course not.
Come on.
What
bro.
about that?
It's got to be
that,
Spider-Man, right?
No.
Yeah, look,
Black
there's
Widow.
there's
Black
a
Widow.
shit ton of
I
movies.
don't think Black Widow. I think it's going to get another Captain Marvel situation,
Probably.
and it's going to get
Probably.
incelled, and it's going to get pushed under to Disney Plus.
I mean, we still
Yeah,
have
it's
other
gonna end up
HBO
getting
stuff
some-
coming, like Matrix
yes.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but how much will it
that's
be
coming.
affected by?
Fucking Dune is coming.
Oh,
So-
Dudeness.
Keeps
Sup-
getting pushed back. It doesn't
supposedly-
make it. It's not gonna make it.
Supposedly,
I bet
Oh.
it comes out next year.
Oh, Dune? No. It has to come out this year, or I'm gonna be mad.
They've already
Unless-
pushed it out since last week. We talked about
and
it.
let's hear me out. Disney comes in to kill the Dune release, and the week before Dune comes out, they're
How
like,
can Disney kill a Dune release?
Obi-Wan
It's-
Kenobi drops opening night of Dune.
Like the TV show.
Yeah.
that'd be badass.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking
That'd
of
be
which,
badass.
I've been watching Loki. I watched the first two
Dude,
episodes.
yeah,
It's dope.
we haven't even
Yeah.
talked about Loki.
Yeah.
I watched
No.
the 4th episode today before I came over.
Well, no spoilers.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
to
no,
watch
I haven't watched the fourth one.
next
I'm
two.
3 episodes in
I'm
right
3
now.
in.
So
So-
yeah.
I'm 2 in.
Episode 3 is fucking badass, and
Yeah, the aesthetics on that show are right up my alley.
Dude,
It's
I was on Discord last night. We were playing Red Dead, my brother and I, and as soon as we got on, he was like, Loki. And I was like, I haven't seen the 4th episode yet. And he was like,
Let
okay.
me tell you guys though, I'm not spoiling anything.
you like time travel?
No.
He said,
Still no.
stick around for post.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a post-credit
post-credit
scene.
scene, and also this is the episode where the turn happens.
Okay.
There's
I'm ready.
a big turn here, so you
Yeah.
need to watch it
Yeah.
immediately because I already had something.
I might watch it
I
tonight.
had something
I'm gonna
like
watch it tonight,
minor
so.
spoiled for me that kind of wasn't great.
Okay.
Fuck you, IGN.
Okay.
Did
Yeah.
you watch like a
Yeah.
review or something for
Yeah,
it?
first of all, how
No, I
did
was
you end
just-
up on a
Because
Loki
IGN,
I was
IGN?
just
because
scrolling
IGN
down-
spoils everything.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just scrolling on I don't know Twitter or something, and I saw
Yeah,
them
fuck
say
IGN.
they were talking about something indirectly that still spoiled something. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So that was annoying. But yeah, it's getting pretty good.
So,
Getting
are we
serious.
done with Fanine talk?
No,
Um,
Well, listen, hold on.
we're not done with Fanine talk.
But yeah, man, like legitimately, it's if you go into the movie thinking that it's going to be a silly ass, just a fun thing to be able to experience with your friends, knowing that at some point they drive a fucking car in space, keep that top of mind.
Yep.
Because you're gonna have a good time. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I know Austin. I was sitting right next to Austin the entire time. And I'll tell you right now, one of the best experiences that I've had in the movie theater is Austin. He has 0 point of reference on any of the characters. Austin had seen the first one, and then I forced him to see Hobbs and Shaw.
Correct.
And
It's
then
a
he
massive
goes and
jump.
sees Fanine.
That's a massive
And,
jump.
like he doesn't know all the references to Tokyo Drift and everything like that everybody else was like, fuck yeah, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, you didn't even
I
see
He was
that.
like,
literally
who the fuck
leaning.
are these people?
I had to lean over
Um,
and ask him who all the new characters
What's
were.
the character? Justin's
new.
alive.
Yes.
We find out he's alive.
Yes.
7 movies later.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
But also not really, because the timeline was fucked.
Yeah.
So
And the
Oh,
other
that's
thing that I
right.
wanted to say about this movie specifically is John Cena might be the worst actor that I have ever seen in my entire life.
What
He
other
has-
movies has he done that you've seen?
He's done like the comedy things, like whenever he's like the straight man.
I thought you were gonna say Fast
to-
8.
No. Whenever he does like the straight man to something else that's comedy that's going on, he doesn't do a bad job. But he's only got one look on his face,
John Cena.
and it is dumb as shit. He looks like he's just vacant behind the eyes. And look, I know I've seen John Cena interview
hear
and
that?
everything like.
I think he's coming down the hall right now.
No,
I invited him.
Hey, right. Oh shit! Yeah. Look, man, that's
In post, can you do audio for John?
Yeah, no shit.
Just fades in as I'm.
But like, apart from that, like Vin Diesel is Vin Diesel. At one moment, and guys, this is no spoiler, but there's one moment
Oh, it's making me cry thinking about it.
where Vin Diesel is standing there because he does the whole chest puffed out thing the entire time, and apparently he can't talk with his eyes open.
Oh, yeah.
No, and every frame, every
know.
shot is an up shot.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
It's all shot from under his chin. And he's always.
it's trying to make him look big.
Austin goes, is he like talking while he's sleeping? Is he standing up sleeping? Yeah, it was
Yeah, he
great.
was just like looking down. He had this weird dumb smile.
Yeah.
He's like,
Well, he looks like he's stuck on a damn lemon.
Yeah,
He's
he
just like,
And how many takes did they go? All right, one more take, Ben.
yeah, yeah.
He
did
does
the
the
same
same
exact
delivery.
Same exact
Or
delivery.
been a little
that's
more.
how he
Yeah.
wanted
I don't
it.
get
Yeah, it's
it.
his franchise,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh my
Right.
god, it's so good.
yeah, I made an announcement that I will be dressing up as Vin Diesel for Halloween.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can
Wait,
be
young Vin Diesel or older Vin Diesel?
Both.
Because you could definitely pull off
Well,
younger
so when
Vin
they
Diesel.
so in this movie, I don't know if it's a spoiler. We see some previous characters
Correct.
at a younger age.
Correct.
Should I continue?
You can continue.
I don't care what you say.
They
They
showed.
don't exist in any of the other movies.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they showed Vin Diesel, and I don't know that because I haven't seen any
Yeah.
of the other movies. So Vin Diesel, I go, wait, that's young Vin Diesel. This guy's like 36.
Yeah.
Like, how old is Vin Diesel supposed to be? He's younger
he's
Vin
like
Diesel.
73.
But then the guy that plays young John Cena is like 15.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
and
thrown
like
off by
way
that.
shorter. And I don't know where
Yeah, Vin
that
Diesel,
growth
like-
spurt actually
Yeah.
happened
You're
because it's the height wise it doesn't make any sense. Age wise it makes zero sense.
But I'm
at
calling it
all.
right now. If they don't run those two characters into a Netflix special,
Yeah.
or well, it'd be a Paramount or
Did you guys,
something.
did you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
know Vin Diesel's name is not Vin Diesel?
of
course
that's
not,
a stage name, dude.
yeah.
His name is like Vincent
No,
Diesel
his
or
name
some
is
shit.
Robert.
Mark Sinclair.
Oh, that's right.
His name is Mark Sinclair.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Where's he from? Like
I
New
don't-
Jersey?
I was trying to look up how tall he,
does
was.
not look
'cause I
like a
wanted
He's like
to see-
5'7".
I figured that's why they had the cameras angled beneath him to make him
Just
look.
search how tall is Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Dude, he's got a $225 million net worth though
Oh,
as of
I believe
2020.
that.
Yeah.
Man. Like, look, say what you want about
He
the
went
dude.
from playing D&D
Yeah.
to flying cars through
Well,
space.
he went from
dude.
being like a backup dancer. He was a
Oh, right,
crazy
right.
fucking backup dancer. Like he's really good at dancing and shit like that. And he went from being like a backup dancer to being like the lead in one of the largest, most profitable franchises in the history of movies.
He's 6 foot tall.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't
Yeah.
need the camera to be angled up.
See how tall John Cena is.
At
All
least
right.
6'3".
And it's going to be like, we don't know.
Minimum 6'3".
nobody,
Does John Cena spell
nobody
his
can
name with an
see.
H?
nobody could see him.
to
Yes.
tell.
Yeah. You can't measure something that you can't see.
Well, while you're looking that up,
6'1".
Okay.
I want to just mention that to me that the part you guys were talking about is what made it bad to me.
Okay.
I actually hated it.
The whole
I
movie,
hated the whole-
the
I
whole
hated
movie
that
didn't
entire
make
part.
it bad for you.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Guys, with no frame of reference, I enjoyed the movie.
Well,
So I enjoyed the movie. It's just the flashback scenes I did
the
not like.
flashback
Okay, yeah,
scenes.
They were
those could
poorly
have been. They
worst
should have. You know what? They should have
part of
opened the movie
film.
with the flashback scenes.
They were poorly
and got it
edited.
out of the way.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It
what
was
I'm
like
saying.
it was like an afterthought.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I did like the Universal logo that was from like
That was
the
pretty cool.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even catch that.
yeah, that was a cool
the old
touch.
one because I looked over to Tyler and I was like, "What is it like the 100-year anniversary or something? What
Yeah.
the fuck's going on?"
No idea.
I didn't
And
even
it
catch
opened
that.
with like a 1980s.
Yeah. That was a cool little touch. You
Yeah.
know?
I liked
And
that.
there
but
was a
that's all I
couple
liked.
parts in the movie that there was like some actual smart dialogue about pointing out some of the bullshit going on.
Yes.
And it's when
Like
you
pointing
see
pointing
that
fun at themselves.
exactly when you
yeah.
see that you're like, you guys could do so much better.
Yes.
you,
Guys,
you
yeah.
choose not to.
There's a
Correct.
scene where they're on a bridge in a Jeep, and the bridge is a rope bridge and gets shot down,
Yes.
but they're still driving up
it's
the
straight
bridge.
cartoon.
yeah.
The whole
And then
time
they-
I was like, I had no doubt. I was like, they're gonna make it.
Yeah,
I was
well,
like,
of course.
they're gonna make it.
Yes.
Like it was so badass. That was the
Yeah.
coolest scene.
That's the first time Reuben said this is the best fucking.
Yeah, I
movie."
think that was the first time I said this
Yeah.
is the best fucking movie I've ever seen.
And like there is, and Logan and I actually had this conversation earlier today. Logan, if you want to tell everybody what you've proceeded to do over the last couple of days.
So I've watched the entire franchise of Fast movies over the past 48 hours.
It's great.
And played
It's great.
5 different Need for Speeds.
Yeah.
Well, I did play Need for Speed Heat. I've been
Yeah.
playing that still, and re-downloaded Forza, and I'm trying to actively buy Need for Speed Carbon, so if anyone out there has a PC copy of that game, you want to send it your boy's way.
That's awesome.
Podcastmoviepodcast@gmail.com. Shoot me an email.
You can't just find it on PC.
I mean, I could probably look around.
You can't just find it.
I'm sure it's only like a
Sail
6.5 gig
sail
file.
the internet
that's really
seas
small.
and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what I could find. But yeah.
So yeah, you watched the entirety of the Fast franchise.
I did.
Like I did the exact same thing, like in the lead up to the F9.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we both came to the exact same conclusion, which is the best of all of them is Fast 5.
Yep.
And what's hilarious is neither one of these guys here has seen Fast 5, but they've both seen Fast 9 now.
Yeah, I think that
We'll catch up.
I could see why you
One
guys may not like it as much because coming from the context of the modern Fast movies, it's not going to feel the
Correct.
same. Because like for me, you know how many times I've watched Fast and Furious 1 growing up? It was one of my dad's like favorite movies. We watched it probably at least once a week.
Yeah.
So I could literally quote that movie line for line. I love Fast and Furious since I
So
was a
you're
kid.
telling me that Fast 5 is GoldenEye and Fast 9
No, Fast
is
5 is Prisoner of Azkaban,
Get
in that
Smart.
that's
Oh,
where
yes.
the things started to
It
change.
leads to the change that happens.
Correct.
And the greatness that comes with that. So absolutely. Yeah, of course.
You got a thesaurus or
Such
something?
a-
Because we ain't looking for synonyms right now. We looking for them antonyms. You
No,
feel me?
dude. But Fast 5 at the time. First of all, let me set this up. The first time I watched Fast 5, technically,
Yes.
I went to the movie theater with my girlfriend in high school. We didn't watch the movie. We just made out because there was no one else in there.
Okay,
So I actually didn't-
brag much?
I'm not bragging. I'm not flexing. I
None
was
of
in
us
high
have
school.
even made out with a girl yet.
I wouldn't paid for a movie and didn't even watch it.
I know. It was dumb. It was dumb. I was like, why didn't we just go to one of our houses and do that? But that's what happened. So I missed it. Really, I didn't watch it, and it wasn't until later that I watched it at home, and I was like, oh, this is fucking cool.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
badass.
reason for that is, and it actually has a coherent story. It actually has ups and downs and dynamics in the action in a way that makes sense and doesn't pull you out or come out of nowhere. And it's the scene at the end is
That's
fucking
it.
awesome.
It's the scene at the end.
Yeah,
and it's where they really start to play with the laws of physics. They just push the boundary on that, and then once you kind of have an understanding of, okay, so we're we're taking some of the rules away that allow us to be able to, just bend our imagination just a little bit. And then Fast 6, what is Fast and Furious 6 called?
I think it's just
Fast
Six.
Six
Just called
Furious.
Fast and Furious 6.
Sixth.
Yeah, so he's gonna look it up right now. When
I think
six
it's
comes out,
called Fast and Furious.
it's
if I'm not
Fastest
mistaken.
and Furious,
No, just Fast and
Furiosa.
Furious.
So you're thinking of the
and-
fourth
and-
one.
and-
That's just Fast and Furious.
Oh.
The sixth one is the Fast and the Furious 6, I
Okay.
think. And then
Okay.
they also have 5 different names depending on where
yes,
it's
it's
released.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So whenever like 6 comes out, and from 6 on, and then it just starts to be
Yeah, it's just Fast and
Fast and
Furious
Furious
6.
It just starts to be super fucking just crazy.
They couldn't think of anything.
Skydiving.
Well,
it
then they
becomes
started doing like
it becomes an
Fate
Avengers
of
movie.
the Furious on the 8th one.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
It becomes an Avengers movie as opposed to it becoming anything serious.
right.
They go from
Like you spend the first 30 minutes doing these cool introductions of all the
Yes.
people you're familiar with.
and not only that, but like the scope of what they're trying to accomplish over the course of the thing, and it becomes like spies and espionage and just
People start developing skills that you've never seen them
yes.
do. Like there is
by the way, there is a moment that happens in F9 where you're like, is Dom a superhuman? Because he does some like
He's straight up an Avenger.
He
Straight
physically
up.
impossible things.
Dude, the one point he's flying through the air
Yes.
and lands on a moving car
Yes.
he does that a lot.
and,
A lot.
and catches
That's
it.
kind of
Yeah.
the thing.
That's casual. They do that
that's
all the
kind
time.
of a thing.
Yeah, we're past that.
Yeah.
Punching
Through like concrete barriers, pulling just structures
the scene.
down.
Okay,
Yes,
the
that
scene in the
thing.
well.
Remember?
Yes.
Like,
He pulls
Yeah.
down the entire ceiling.
Like
With
the
like the
whole
fucking
foundation.
fucking
Yeah.
Bible
And-
reference type shit.
and then the movie
Yeah.
got hold on. Yeah, the movie got weird. The rest of them like this, it got weirdly religious. Like to the point
There's
where
always
they're-
been an undertone of
Yeah,
that,
that's always. There
but
has
it's
always
not been. It
yeah.
was definitely more upfront.
I think, like, legitimately, and not to take this into a dark place, but I think that after they lost Paul Walker, nobody knows where he is. They can't find him. Sorry, guys.
I gotta go. That was bad.
That was bad. After they lost Paul Walker, it takes a little bit of a different turn as far as just like the scope and the meaning and the scale of this whole thing.
We're family.
and
Yeah.
everything like that. Absolutely. So it takes on a way more of a Vin Diesel direction as opposed to
You know where the family thing
know,
started?
Vin and Paul.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, of course.
You know why? Because at the end, he's talking to the main guy, Sean, and this guy's like, "Yo, dude, this guy says he knew Han, said he was family."
Yeah.
Except family, like that. So
And that just becomes the theme throughout
that's
the
where they
entire
go.
thing. Yeah.
Tokyo Drift top
Absolutely.
3. Top
Yeah,
3
Tokyo
fast
Drift is fucking. It's like as a standalone movie, it's actually a really, really good movie.
Mhm.
So
if it was just called Tokyo Drift and didn't have the final scene,
okay,
and was not a franchise part of Fast and the Furious.
right,
Yeah, but you got to think at that point you had Too Fast, Too Furious, which didn't have Vin Diesel in it and was largely separate from the entire first movie.
correct.
So
but that's where we also get the introduction of it's Tay Diggs at that point in time. Yeah, so you had that introduction of like different characters and everything like
you're
that.
talking about Tyrese,
I'm sorry, Tyrese.
Tay
My
Diggs.
bad. My bad.
and that's where you also got Ludacris character.
Yes, absolutely.
It's in Too
So you
Fast,
get
Too
the
Furious.
introduction of those characters,
No,
and
is
then they
he not
just
in the first
blend
one?
them into
No, Luda's not in the first one.
no, yeah. Is he not?
He's not.
No, I'm pretty sure.
He's not, dude. I promise.
I'm pretty sure.
Him
you
and his
guys,
big hair.
No, you're thinking of Ja Rule in the first
No.
one. Yeah, Ja.
You know it might be. It might be.
Yeah,
So
Ja
like,
Rule's.
they all fucking blend
Ja
together.
Rule's
at this
trying to
particular
like,
point in time,
they-
so.
like he's just sitting in there, and then this girl's like, "Yo, dude, even if you lose, you can have me." She's like, "But if you win, you can have her too." And he's like, "Yeah, Ja Rule," and he does that, and then he gets smoked.
and then he gets smoked. That's correct. Any more F9 talk? Any more Fast and Furious? Austin, have you said all that you can say about the Fast and the Furious franchise?
That's the thing, Tyler. I don't want to talk about it. So I'm ready to move on whenever you guys are.
Damn. All
I love
right.
it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Luda was not in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, I just
You-
watched every single
yeah.
movie.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, trust me. Yeah.
I'm
Logan is
well-read.
definitely the point of reference to be able to go to right now.
I would say that I'm probably even before that. the authority on the Fast movies.
Okay.
I'm
There you
confident
go.
enough to say it,
There
and
you
I'm
go.
proud of it, Austin.
It's been said.
You shouldn't be, but I'm glad that you are.
Yeah.
Hey, look, so we have an authority on the Fast movies. We got an authority on the fucking the Chucky movies. So I mean, look, there's
You guys wanna
everybody-
watch those?
Everybody has their
No.
specialty.
Do you
No.
guys want to watch
No,
those?
0.
We can watch all
I'll
7
I'll
of
watch.
them.
I'll watch
the
the
fact
first
that
2
there are
Chuckies.
7 of them, it
Chuck
just
7.
blows my fucking mind.
Yeah,
Cult
So-
of Chucky.
same
Get
for
it
Fast
right.
and the Furious
Whatever.
and Leprechaun
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, it's not even
well.
the same.
Leprechaun
bro.
and
is
Jason.
It's not even the same. 'Cause
Leprechaun
all the
is not
Chucky
in the
movies
same league
have-
as any of
the
those.
story of them are all connected, bro. They're so great.
Wait, in Leprechaun they're connected?
No, and Chucky.
Oh,
Y'all don't sleep on the Child's Play franchise, please. Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, great. Bride of Chucky, great. Seed of Chucky, not so great. They kill Britney Spears in Seed of Chucky.
Okay, well, there's that.
what else is there?
Spoiler alert.
Curse
care.
of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. Cult of Chucky's great.
you have the comics.
What happens? I don't.
What happens?
How do you move?
How do you move?
You can't have
No,
7
it
horror
becomes
movies.
a cult
Look,
of Chucky. He
Look,
just said.
look, man, you're trying to make sense out of things that you can't.
Look,
make
man,
sense out
it
of.
makes sense if you watch it.
Listen, the Chucky.
Does Fast make
Hey.
sense if you watch it?
No.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
all-
Chucky
it
has a
does.
family.
Yeah, weirdly,
Oh, he
it
does?
actually
Chucky
does.
does have a family in Seed of Chucky.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Seed of Chucky.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. That's kind of gross, too.
Yeah. Does he
So
come in the movie?
Yes.
Oh,
There's a whole sex
stop.
scene.
I'm gonna
Just-
come.
Stop.
Does he do that?
No, it
Does he
shows
do
their
that?
it shows their puppet silhouettes on the wall.
remember watching
him
that.
and Tiffany, and they're like fucking, and you can see his like dick silhouette and shit.
I first watched that one.
It's a whole-
when
I
went
might
to,
have to watch
California.
Chucky.
It's awesome.
But there's also a point
It's
where
not
they're
good.
trying to get into the bodies of Jennifer Tilly and a rapper that I don't know the name of, but they end up getting Chucky's semen. And they put in a turkey baster, and they knock out Jennifer Tilly, and they like.
Dude, okay.
There you go.
So what'd you guys watch?
Seed of
Besides
Chucky,
Fast.
for those of you guys wanting to know.
So this is the thing:
Jesus.
is I don't know how deeply I wanted to go into what
watching
we've
stuff.
watched.
We did Fast 9.
Yeah, because like Fast 9 and
We can make it really, really quick.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've already talked about what I watched.
He literally just watched.
I
Fast
watched
9.
Bo Burnham's Inside, so
Oh
now
yeah,
we've all
okay.
four seen
So
it. We've all four
we
seen
should let
it now.
Austin give it a little 5 minutes.
yeah,
on
that's kind of
I'm
what.
not even going to talk that long because I said we're going to make it quick.
Yeah, go.
Dummy. It was great. I've been listening to the album almost nonstop.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Same.
wonderful. That's all I want to say about that. I watched Loki, first 2 episodes. They were great. Loved it. What else have I watched? I don't remember. I'll stop there.
Awesome. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was
Thank you
told
for
you. It was
that.
nice and fast.
Not bad, dude.
Just to put a bow on Inside.
Yes.
Like legitimately, it's still one of those things that I have no idea how many times I've seen that
Same.
since.
At some point, we got to quit talking about it
Yeah,
because also we have we do have a
a bonus.
bonus episode
Yeah,
coming out.
I think
on that.
that's probably we're going to end up releasing that before this one. So if you're listening to this one or watching this one, hopefully you've watched Inside or listened to Inside. So yep, awesome. Reuben,
You know, Loki. I watched Loki as well. I caught up. Apparently, there was a 4th episode that dropped randomly.
It dropped on Wednesday.
it
I
comes
just-
out. So episodes come out every Wednesday.
I don't know that. I watched the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I've seen the first 2.
The aesthetics in the show are mind blowing.
Yeah.
seriously. But there are
Yeah.
some scenes I've come across where it's like, look at that green screen. Like I get COVID was going on. I get it was a little closed production, but
really anything that's not in like the TVA.
yeah, there. I mean, you're
kinda-
funding Mandalorian, but you can't fund Loki.
I've had zero problems with it. So
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
it's to me it looks very soundstagey.
Okay.
Like you can tell they're clearly indoors in somewhere with stuff.
So yeah, there's not a lot of set pieces yet.
Yeah.
At least
Okay.
that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's very green screened, but then again, I mean, maybe that's part of the aesthetic for it. But I like I like the retro futurism of the.
Have you seen
Like-
Umbrella Academy?
I have not, no.
yeah,
But you have,
Mhm.
and you have,
yeah, I love it.
and like
Do
the
I need to watch it?
similarities.
I think you'd like
the
it.
similarities that
Yeah.
these shows like have right
Yeah.
now. I mean, I know Marvel probably did it first because they
Think of it this way: Umbrella Academy has time travel, and I love that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I like it. It's
I
that'd be
will
good.
tell you that like the Tom Hiddleston, I fucking I love him
Oh, yeah.
in that.
Come on,
and then,
man.
like,
Owen Wilson, man.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
oh.
The interaction between those
Yeah.
two together.
Owen Wilson
is
is playing
it's
Owen
great.
Wilson.
My respect
But
for
he's
Owen
perfect
Wilson.
for the role.
He is
Shut up.
So perfect for the role.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy the shit out of it so far. So
But no, I mean, I watched Loki, and I've been watching basketball off and on. Finals coming up soon, guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Suns, right?
We'll see what happens with the Bucks tonight. I haven't watched the game tonight, so.
I'm trying to predict, because people will listen to this later.
A couple weeks from now.
Good job.
So tell me who won.
Oh, coming in the final stretch there, I got the Bucks. Bucks took the lead, going into the finals.
Okay, good job. Who
Right.
who wins championship?
The Bucks.
Okay, there you go. There you go. You guys heard it here first.
Yeah.
So
The Greek freak coming in hot.
If Reuben's right, yeah,
Believe
Be
it.
honest, dude.
yeah.
Well,
Wait, no Impractical Jokers this week?
believe it or
let's-
not,
let's not have Impractical
I
Joker
actually
talk.
I did not get to watch Impractical Jokers this week.
Okay.
I mentioned this earlier to you guys, but on the video game side of things, I've been playing Don't Starve like an unhealthy amount, like the hours.
Super fun game.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but your days are in the game and your resources are in your one area, and when you die, you lose everything and you start all the way back at nothing.
Yes.
And
It's like
so
a zombie game made by Ubisoft back in like 2013.
I guess it could be in
Because
that-
you would start as a survivor with nothing, and
Yeah.
you build your way up. But if you died, you would come back to life as another survivor with
Isn't-
nothing, and then you just go back.
Isn't that like the State of Decay? Is that what you're talking about?
No, State of Decay is another type
kinda,
it's
of
another
yeah.
one of those
Kinda
survival.
like-
but
zombie
it's
type games.
it's a
Don't Starve is just.
it's like Tim Burton
yes.
made a video game.
Correct.
And everything
The
was hand drawn.
aesthetic to
It's
it
like the
is-
quintessential survival game.
Yes.
Like it's got everything
Yeah,
you want.
get
if you like
twigs, get rocks,
survival.
get grass.
Yeah.
Oh, make an axe. Oh, cut
Yep.
a tree. Oh,
Yep.
make a campfire. Oh, cook food. And it just builds and builds until you get to the point where you have like machines and you have indoor housing and stuff like that. But you literally start in the woods with nothing, and the main character you play as you progress, your beard grows, and then eventually you can make a razor, cut off your beard, and then use your beard as fuel for the gas, or use your beard to amplify other items later.
Does
so,
your character like get old and die?
I mean, I don't even know.
He's
I'm
like,
on-
what, day 16
I'm just
right
now
now?
on day 16. This is the
Do you
farthest.
find other survivors?
You find skeletons
Yes.
of other what appears to be other players.
Players.
It's co-op as well.
Yeah.
Th-
it's now co-op now.
there's a different version called Don't Starve Together,
Correct.
which
Yeah.
was not DLC, which is a completely different game, and it's coded slightly different and works slightly different.
Still good.
But it's the same game.
Actually,
Yeah.
like it
But
better.
you have to buy it separately.
Sad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just been playing that game way too much. I need you guys to remind me, text me, call me, something, tell me to watch stuff.
I'll remind you to watch Fast 5.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll throw it up on another monitor.
Yeah, you'll love it. Like legitimately,
I think you'll
there's-
like it.
I don't think. Yeah, you can't watch Fast
It's the
Five
perfect
and not enjoy
balance between bullshittiness that you hate
it. Yep,
and like actual good action sequences.
correct. And it's the first one with the Rock.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's where the Rock's
And-
character is introduced.
Oh man, it's so
what
much fun.
What other franchises have just gone to the point where they've jumped the shark? Right, because I'm thinking like Die Hard is getting there.
Oh
right?
yeah, well no,
is
Die
past
Hard reached that point a long time ago. Yeah,
Mission Impossible,
Yeah. Well, Mission
Impossible's
Impossible
still
not
good.
really because
Really?
Mission
Still good.
Impossible is
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park definitely.
Well, you don't like the. Well, I mean, Jurassic Park like 2 and 3 are okay, but
I
you
don't
don't
really
like
like-
the newest.
I didn't really
No,
like the Chris
so,
Pratt
like,
ones
the
either.
Chris
They
Pratt
felt
ones?
like cash grabs watching it.
The second one is definitely a cash grab.
Yeah.
So
That's what I mean. I don't feel like there's really movies anymore that are.
I did cry though when I watched Jurassic World, the first one, and the music came on the first time.
bitch.
Had a little tear.
well, man,
I'm not-
it
I
just
did.
felt good to be back
Right?
in
I was
that
like-
fucking
I was
in
like,
that
wow, dude,
universe.
nostalgia.
Yeah, I know. It's 100% what that is.
And then I was like, oh, they're rolling down a ball. This
Yeah.
sucks.
well, yeah,
What?
there's some
Remember that
parts
scene
of
where they're
that
like in the
suck, so.
thing and then
Yeah.
it's like it's
I haven't seen
it's
the,
shit.
I haven't seen the new Jurassic Park movies.
I thought they were. I mean, I get what you mean with the second one,
Yeah.
but I think they're pretty okay. I think they're better than like the Lost World.
I should.
I'm getting old. I mean, I was already getting tired of Chris Pratt by then. I'm really tired of him now.
Oh, by the way, there's a new Chris Pratt movie that comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, I was reading about
and
it.
Star
gets,
Lord, the
looks kinda
animated
shit.
series.
It gets a 3 out of 10 apparently
Yeah.
on the
That
reviews.
sounds about Chris Pratt.
You know what
Oh,
sucks
man.
though? Like I watched the trailer of that a while ago and it looked cool.
Yeah, look.
But-
Am I gonna watch it? Yes, I'm gonna watch it. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. I'm
It's
a
got the
fucking
fatal
dummy.
sin for me though.
So yeah, it's time
Time
travel.
travel.
Yeah.
So
What's that
But-
other movie that Chris Pratt is in? Him and Jennifer Lawrence, and they're on that spaceship.
Passengers.
Oh yeah, that one.
yeah.
You see
Y'all
that?
knew exactly what that was.
Yeah,
right?
it's a good movie.
It was a huge movie.
Yeah.
When it came out,
Was it?
Because
Yeah,
It
and
was
it's got
okay.
some really cool CGI sequences
Never
that
seen
take
it.
place
the
in
pool
that
thing was
with
pretty
the
cool.
water
Yeah.
and the yeah. So
Jennifer Lawrence, never heard of her.
Never.
never heard of her.
What's she from?
All
She's
right,
from X-Men, dude.
So yeah, she was in that X-Men
I have.
movie.
There's still like 3
Yeah.
X-Men movies I haven't seen.
Wait, which ones?
What's the last 3?
Okay.
The ones that were like okay.
Judgment Day.
No.
What's it called?
Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix is
Oh yeah, that one.
Apocalypse.
I haven't
Dark
seen
Phoenix
that
is
one.
trash.
Oh, Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
That's
is-
Judgment Day. Same
Days of
thing.
Future Past.
Days of Future Past.
No,
is really
I saw that
good.
one in theater. That one's badass.
That
saw
one's
that
like
one in the
the
theater,
best
too.
of the newest ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
one's badass.
That has
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence in it.
Yeah,
She
Dark
was
Phoenix is
pretty
not good though.
She was
So-
pretty good. Pretty boo.
Yeah.
I'm
do you- what do you-
blue, ba-da-dee-da. I'm sorry.
Idiot.
Yeah.
man.
All right. So transitioning, there is
Transition.
there is a couple of
Give it a
movies that I
listen.
wanted to talk about that I actually watched this week because I do the whole thing with the movie that we're going to talk about. I went back and I watched.
You watched every.
No.
Okay.
I watched 2 movies by the Coen Brothers. No, neither one of them was Garfield. I'll go ahead and beat Reuben to that stupid fucking joke.
wasn't even
Wait,
gonna
let me
say
look up. Let me look up
Tom,
movies. Let me look up movies they did.
In
I
I'm
have it
gonna
right
guess.
here.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
go ahead.
guess.
Go ahead.
Fargo.
Shut up, bro. I said I'm gonna guess.
I'm right.
No.
Really?
Yes.
You fucked up.
No.
Fuck, bro. Where's the
A lot of the
directed
same cast.
section at? Hold
Brother,
on.
where
I'm,
art thou?
Do what?
Is
no.
the
Didn't do
IMDb
a
app-
Brother, Where Art Thou? I know.
did you watch?
Dude, oh brother, where are
did you watch any of those?
Pulls up a whole list.
Nope, I
gotta
didn't
be one of
watch
these.
any of those.
Did you watch Hail Caesar?
Did not.
He went ultra hipster and watched like their college
Jesus
like.
Christ. Oh, he probably did. What about Burn After Reading? You
I already told you guys. I watched that a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, and it's a fucking fantastic movie.
No Country for
Everybody
Old Men.
needs to go out. That's on my list. So I did
Have you
watch
seen
No
that?
Country.
Austin?
Yeah,
No.
dude. Yeah,
Oh, come on.
God,
please watch
gotta
that
watch
one.
that.
Yeah,
Damn.
You watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I did not watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Yeah, you just wasn't listening.
I'm not listening. I'm going through my list. Raising Arizona.
No, that was on my list, but I didn't get to it
Nick
this
Cage,
week.
baby.
Yeah.
You know what's mind blowing
I
though
own that
is
movie.
there's a
On
lot of these
old
movies
DVD.
that I grew up watching.
True Grit.
I love-
no,
Ooh, True
but
Grit's
True Grit is so
good,
fucking
dude.
good.
That was one of the first movies I got on Blu-ray.
okay.
Jeff Bridges is in that too, right?
Yeah. He
Right.
plays the John Wayne.
That would've been the
character
perfect
part.
one for
Oh
you
my
to watch.
god, it was just yeah.
a-
No,
I
It's
give up.
remake.
I don't know.
I watched Miller's Crossing,
Oh, I passed that one.
and I watched No Country for Old Men. Look, it's hard for me to be able to narrow down like my favorite Coen Brothers films. I will say that my favorite, like of all time, is No Country though. Like
It's
no,
definitely the best movie in my opinion. I know
It-
they're different
it
and
might be categorically like one of the best movies that's like ever been made, like across the board in
It's
like
it's a roller coaster, man.
it's such a fucking it's a tour de force of like what can be accomplished when two a writer director brother pair sets out to create one of the
it's very
craziest
uncut
fucking,
gemsy.
oh my god,
But it's
man.
also the exact opposite of Uncut Gems.
Javier Bardem
It's weird.
in No Country it's like he's a fucking Bond villain. He's like one of the best bad guys that has ever been created ever.
Yeah.
Like he's the Terminator, mixed
That's what I was
with-
about to say. He's very Terminator-ish.
just
Like
incredible.
It's a Western Terminator.
Incredible.
Kinda.
And like what the
Never thought about
Coen
it.
brothers
Give me your clothes, partner.
what the Coen brothers deliver as far as like
I
a
hate it.
script.
John Connor in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Stop
watch
it. Stop
I'd watch it.
Terminator Wild West.
What the Coen brothers actually bring as far as like their ability to deliver a finished product in the script that they deliver. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about this with Big Lebowski as well. It's in the writing. It's 100% in the writing. It's incredible. And like go back. Have you guys watched Miller's Crossing? By the way,
Not familiar with it.
so Miller's Crossing is it's an incredible movie. It's one of their very first movies.
Crime
it's,
thriller.
It's not the so this is I'm going to go backwards a little bit because the first movie where I like really knew who the Coen brothers were, like I saw Raising Arizona a long time ago. But I didn't know that was a Coen Brothers movie. I didn't know who the Coen Brothers were. I didn't really have a point of
That's
reference.
the first
on
Coen Brothers movie I watched.
Yeah, I watched a lot of their movies.
Yes.
And each time I was like, man, I really like this movie, not knowing that it was the Coen
Correct.
Brothers until
Yeah.
years later.
Oh, well, and
I
so
was like, oh, okay.
For me,
That makes
where
sense.
that all started to be able to come together was the first time that I watched Fargo. So I watched Fargo, and I think I watched it like right after it came out on video. And because it had won all these awards, he won Best Picture for the Academy Awards and everything like that, and so it had all this crazy high praise to it. And then
they did Inside Llewyn Davis. I just found out.
Yeah,
That's like one of my favorite movies.
It's an incredible movie. But so I started to go back and like watch their entire filmography at some point in time.
You would love this.
And Miller's Crossing it's Gabriel Byrne. It's where you really get to know like John Turturro and Albert Finney and like the character actors that they are known to be able to work with. John Polito I think might have been in every single one of their films. John Polito is he's the guy who plays the private investigator that was hired by the family to find Bunny Lebowski in that right there.
Yeah, we could be partners. We could share information.
Yes, yeah. So, and like this is a thing that the Coen Brothers do whenever they start working with people is they get this cast of characters that enjoy working with them. And like it's why that Jeff Bridges is in multiple Coen Brothers films. It's why John Turturro is in damn near every film that they have made. Barton Fink. I don't know if you guys have seen Barton Fink. It's another one of those that is just incredible fucking movie. But so
John Goodman.
Yeah,
also.
man. Same thing with John Goodman. John Goodman Raising Arizona, and then like whenever they came to him. He actually has a conversation in an interview where he talks about like whenever they presented him the script for The Big Lebowski, he was like flabbergasted that they would come to him to choose him to be able to play this part because it was it's not like they don't typecast anybody other than maybe Jeff Bridges. Because I think Jeff Bridges became the dude.
Yeah, but that's
at
just like,
some point in time.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man. But like their ability to be able to create defining roles for this cast of characters. It's just man, I love the Coen Brothers films. And to go back and watch Miller's Crossing, dude, I'm talking about like it's all about betrayal and it's all about it's crime drama and everything like that, and the insides of being in like the mafia controlled like liquor business, and there's so much that's actually going on in there, and for that to be like one of their very first movies that they came out with. Blood Simple was their very first movie. Raising Arizona, they go immediately to this crazy ass comedy, silly fucking comedy that hits from every different angle, and then into Miller's Crossing. The thing that I really really like about the Coen Brothers is they're kind of like a Paul Thomas Anderson, in that they don't make a type of movie. They make multiple different. They play around in every genre of filmmaking, and that's really why I think like The Big Lebowski hits so hard with a lot of people, because it is just it's a super. I love the movie. I don't know what you guys' opinions about The Big Lebowski are.
We'll get there.
But it's, in my opinion, like one of the best, film noir movies that's, been made in the last 50 years.
It's
Thoughts?
something.
I
Yeah.
disagree.
Okay.
I would say
I think that Austin's probably the lone dissenter
I think
among
he's going to
us.
be the dissenter.
Um,
Yeah. And I'm gonna convince him by the end of this podcast,
Which he usually does.
on why his opinion about The Big Lebowski is wrong.
I won't try to
So-
convince you that you're wrong, because that's just like your opinion, man.
That's just
But,
like your opinion, man.
I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yeah.
Among other things. But I could see why people may not get the movie,
Okay.
especially like the first time you watch it, Because to me,
what is there to get though?
it's to
gets-
get.
Oh man,
Well,
what are you talking about? It's
You get more into kind of, I don't. It's hard to describe it, but like I didn't really like it the first time I watched it.
Okay.
It wasn't until like what feels like the 5th time that I was like, you know what? I'm starting to understand now why I like this and why it works and what the intent was and what the point of it is and things like that. Like there's a lot more commentary going on in the movie than you may initially get.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
and I think there's a
there
lot
is.
more going on in the movie that I'm just not even smart enough to put together. But like I can see that it's there, and I want to read like somebody's dissertation over like the entire breakdown of the social commentary that it's making on like world politics and like
Classism.
class systems and just in general. There's a lot of character pieces that come into play that are basically stereotypes of class pieces that are all working together in this movie. That we'll get into it, I'm sure. But
So I think ultimately what the movie is, like I said, it's a noir film, except
Right.
instead of it being
it's a stoner film. It's a
kind of,
right.
but it is.
It's
It
another
is.
it's
It
another
is.
Pineapple Express movie.
Yes, but
Pineapple
it's
Express
also
is very inspired by.
yeah, absolutely it was. It's very much it's a detective movie without a detective. Instead of hiring the detective,
Yeah, there were multiple times
they
that
hired
this felt
a
like Knives
bumbling
Out.
fucking idiot that just happens to slip in and out of the. By the end of it, like he's going to make 10% off of Jackie Treehorn. He's going to be able to make 10%.
Yeah.
Like he's going to end up with tens of thousands of dollars if everything were to be able to come his way. Like whenever he tells Jackie Treehorn like where the money is, and he's like, if you can go ahead and just cut the check now. Yeah, I love like his explanations of shit like that. But it's a film noir movie. That look, it's based,
but it's also really not though.
but
Because
it is.
it is and it's not.
It's written exactly as a film noir.
Well, yeah, but like the intent of it is to be that way, but it's also like not in the good way intentionally. You know
Okay.
what I mean
Yeah,
by
of
that?
course.
Because like if you actually try, especially your first. This is why I'm saying the first time you watch it's different. If you actually try to follow along with what's happening with the case. Dude, it's way over the fuck complicated.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like needlessly, and then you're just like by the end of it, it's basically like, well, fuck it. It doesn't
Now,
matter.
I
It doesn't
will say
matter.
this is probably like maybe my 7th time watching the movie,
Okay.
and I feel like I'm understanding it more now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie you need to watch multiple times to kind of piece together things that you overlooked or misheard or saw in the background. Like the movie really kind of comes together the more you watch it.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think, Austin, you will learn to love this movie. But I'm not going to try to convince you of it right now because I don't know if it's entirely possible. I think you just need to
I
give
don't
it
think it's a bad movie. Like I'm not saying it's like
Yeah.
the worst shit I've ever seen. It's not. I don't know. I feel like listening to Tyler's praise, it didn't feel like that to me. Like I watched it like it was a stoner movie. Like that was my mindset going into it because I didn't know very much about it in the first place. But then when I saw the way Jeff Bridges was acting in it, I was like, okay. I was like, what's going to happen now? And then I think I mentioned to you at work, it's just off towards the end of the movie. But like when they kill off, what's his name? Donnie. When they
Fucking
kill
has
off
a heart
Donnie,
attack, dude.
He's out of
That
his
didn't-
fucking element.
but that didn't feel.
He's out of his element. Yeah, he really is.
I didn't feel anything when he died. Like he just died, and I was like, okay.
But that's kind of the randomness too of the movie is
yes.
everything is just in chaos constantly.
and
Yes.
ultimately it doesn't fucking matter because
Yeah.
even they didn't really
maybe
care that much.
maybe we're all nihilist at
Yeah.
that point. Like who cares if Donnie died?
Well,
And
yeah, and the thing is though, the one who actually cared is
right.
is
He always
Walter.
was asking questions.
So
Walter.
yeah,
but-
Walter was like the big brother to Donnie. Like you mean as fuck to him throughout
Yeah.
the entire thing, but like legitimately, he's the guy that was there with him in his dying moments. And yeah, man, it like as non-emotional as it is, Especially considering the scene that you get immediately after,
Yeah.
where they're going to pick up his ashes.
So is there
and-
Ralphs around here?
I love that.
They go get a coffee
I love
can.
that. And then whenever he's doing this eulogy,
Good
he
night,
starts
sweet
talking about
prince.
fucking. He starts talking about like Vietnam
Yeah.
and his buddies who, the fucking
Yeah.
fought for the hill, whatever, man. Like,
It's not everything's not about Nam,
Yeah.
man.
And
Come
he
on.
shakes-
What the fuck are you
when he
talking
shakes
about?
the
Yeah, what
ashes
the
out,
fuck are you
and
talking
it's just
about?
it's
And
his,
he just stands there.
Yeah, it's
There's
so
nothing
great.
he can do about
it's so
it.
great. So like
Jesus
legitimately,
Christ, Donnie.
the movie it was written as an homage to these old Chandler books about it's all these 1940s films that became 1940s films about this film noir detective style where the plot is just a way of being able to get you from like scene to scene, and it's each individual scene that like it starts out with the introduction of the characters. You have the Sam Elliott voiceover at the beginning, and the whole thing with the tumbling tumbleweed.
He's the
and-
best character in the whole movie.
I disagree. Walter
I like
Sobchak
your
is
style.
hands down the best character in the movie, but I like your style.
Yeah, you got this whole cowboy thing going on. It's pretty cool.
No, dude, it's John Turturro's character.
Oh yeah,
You do not
so
fuck with the Jesus.
the Jesus is like legitimately. And by the way, if you don't
There's a
know that
spinoff,
they
yeah.
made a,
Yep.
it's
terrible, though.
Don't
It's
don't.
bad.
I
don't-
watched the
made-
trailer and never
Don't
watched
They
it.
made
don't
a
chase
what?
that down. They made a spin-off movie called.
But not they.
Um,
I mean, John.
Yeah,
did.
John Turturro made a movie
So
called
the bowler Jesus,
Yes.
he has
called-
his own movie called The Jesus Bowls or something.
I think it's
right?
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad. Anyway, we're not even gonna.
They made it like
We're not
2-3
even gonna talk
years ago.
about that.
I wonder if
as-
that
It's got like
as
a, I
being
think it's got like
as
a
being
3 out of
thing.
10. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's awful.
But yeah, man, look, it's the introduction of so many characters that are in there. The whole thing with it starting out with,
Dude, he goes to
with
get.
the Chinaman peeing on his.
It's not the nomenclature, man.
Yeah.
And then he
I
calls him
love-
Krauts later.
Yes.
He straight
Yeah.
up calls them. He's like, "We got these freaking Krauts out here."
Yeah.
Yeah, the next sentence he just immediately goes. It's like you're just. Why are you saying it?
It's not the right
Yes.
nomenclature, and then immediately is racist towards a
Oh
different
yeah, look,
ethnicity.
like Walter is going to be like the voice of reason,
Yeah.
which he kind of is at a
Yeah.
couple different points throughout the film.
I'm calmer than you are. I'm
so
calm right now, dude.
So, but it's like the introduction of like the rug. The rug is legitimately it's just a plot device that allows the entire thing to be able
It
to
ties the whole movie together.
It
dude.
does.
Yeah.
It ties the whole movie together, but it's what starts us down that path.
Mm-hmm.
And like, do you have any idea what that rug actually fucking looks like? I looked it up. I mean, did it
Yeah,
tie the
we-
room
we-
together? Yeah, I guess
Wait,
it does. It does.
do we see the rug
No, you get to see it one time
when
throughout the entire
when he
thing.
pees on it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And but the entire thing about the misidentification of who he is,
Right.
And I love whenever they come in there and they slam him into the fucking toilet, and
Where's the money, Lebowski?
he does the whole thing where he's like holding the fucking the bowling ball. What is that? And he's like, "Oh, I can see you're not a golfer."
Yeah. Yeah, those are the little comedy
I
lines
love
that
it.
just that peek through. Yeah.
Yes. But like, talking to like, talking to, but in the interviews with like Jeff Bridges and John Goodman and Steve Buscemi, whenever they have conversations about this, every single line that's in here is in the script except for probably one line. And it's just a complete throwaway, but it became a thing that whenever Jeff Bridges is screaming at the Big Lebowski, and he calls him, you know what he calls him? A human paraquat.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the only ad-libbed lines throughout the entire film. But like legitimately every fuck, everything that the dude says, it's all written there, like right there in the script. And like again, the Coen Brothers, what they are actually able to bring to just their act of filmmaking just blows my mind. It blows my mind how fucking good it is.
Well, I like the whole aesthetic too of him being this. It's early 90s.
Yeah.
He's just some old aged hippie at this point. And you think about it, like I'm guessing in this movie he's what, in his early 40s,
Yeah, early 40s. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So, and the movie takes place in like 90, 91.
96, I think, is whenever it's supposed
No,
to say.
because it's showing.
Oh, yeah,
it's,
you know
it's
what?
so early.
It's
Yeah,
the Gulf
yeah,
War.
it has
It's the
to be
Gulf
earlier
War,
than
and
that.
Bush is
Yep,
on TV.
Yep.
So it's got to be like 90.
Saddam Hussein has a
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's got a little supporting role in the film,
Yeah,
which
he
is
does.
hilarious.
But
yeah,
yeah, and he says like I'm a pacifist as the
Yes.
Gulf War is going on and
Yes.
stuff, and then he has to fight the nihilists, and we're the Nazis, but they're not Nazis, but they're worse. But hey, man, say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism. At least it was an ethos.
yeah. At least it was an ethos. They believed
so
in
weird
something.
seeing Peter Stormare.
Man, you know what
Because
though?
he's become like.
Go back and watch Fargo.
No,
Like,
I love Peter Stormare.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
love-
saying. It's
I
just
fucking
it's
love
weird
Peter
in
Storm-
him in that role because he
yes, in that
and other
role.
stuff I've seen him in. It's
Uli
just weird.
Kunkel is his character's name.
Yeah, dude.
But the dude, yeah, it's early 90s, and it's in the evening.
Yeah,
He's trying to have a White Russian. He's out of cream. So he walks.
That's all that motherfucker ever
he
drinks
goes to-
is a
walks
White
to the-
Yeah.
Russian.
And,
he goes to the Ralphs.
and keep in mind, he has a car,
Yes.
right? But it's in the evening. He's obviously too inebriated to go driving at this point.
Well, I don't know what that
Or-
means to him.
He,
so.
he drives with an open fucking
Yeah.
bottle most of the
That's-
time.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But for
Or a
some
White
reason,
Russian in the
this
car
one
all the
time he's
time.
walking to the Ralph's, and he pays for his milk with a check
A check.
for 69 cents.
69 cents. That is correct.
Immediately the movie. That's how you know this is
Yeah,
gonna be a funny
of course.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And I get that it's the 90s and you use checks, but for just milk,
Oh,
he didn't
yeah.
have a dollar on
no,
him.
of course. Why would he have a
He didn't have
dollar?
75 cents.
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
I believe
dude.
it.
He brought his checkbook.
It's
and his-
already the 10th.
Probably a
He's
hot
like,
check too.
Oh,
Right,
cool,
it's
man.
just
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah. He didn't even know why he was telling him that.
Yeah. If you could just slide the rent under
Yeah,
the door.
I'll get it there tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow is today.
Talk about the cast real quick. So we've already talked Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, Julianne Moore as Maude.
the feminist in the movie.
Holy shit. Yeah. Her introduction as a character in that, I mean, you get to see like the brief moment where she's standing over the top of him and they just knock his fucking lights out. But then the actual introduction that you get is her
Swinging it.
swinging him.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I want you guys to put yourself in the dude's shoes for a moment,
Yeah.
where he's blazed out of his mind. He's
Yes.
at least 4 or 5 White Russians deep.
Yes.
He goes into this massive studio where there's just blinding lights set up in the hallway. He's coming down the hallway, and all he hears is chanting. Somewhere in the room, just somebody's like, "Hoo, ha, ha, hoo, ha, ha, hoo, ha." And he's like, he's walking.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's happening, and then suddenly behind him, it just,
Why are they
he-
screaming too?
she was
why not?
blindfolded, and
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
releasing her feminine
There
power
you go.
to paint her,
Ah,
yeah,
It was great.
it was insane.
Steve Buscemi as Theodore Donnie. What's his last name?
Karabatsos.
Karabatsos. Jesus Christ, man.
And if you watch his scenes too, pay attention to him in the backgrounds of scenes.
Yeah.
He's never facing the camera. He's never listening, and that's why he's
Yeah.
always
he's
like,
not even really a part of the movie.
No,
yeah,
I know.
He's not a character really in the movie.
You
he's
can't
just a guy.
come in here, Donnie, and expect the entire.
Wait, who are the guys in robes? He's
what does he say? I'm the walrus.
I am the walrus.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about?
Not John Lennon.
Yeah, Lennon. Yeah, not John.
You're out of
Lennon.
your element, dude.
You're right.
I do want to spend a couple moments talking about one of the greatest character actors of any generation.
Tara Reid.
Tara
sure.
Reid,
For
absolutely. No, we're talking about Flea. No, we're talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
correct. Flea is Nihilist number 2, also
Wait.
known as Kiefer. Yeah, that's Flea.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know. Blows your fucking
You didn't
mind,
see him
doesn't it?
pop up.
Yeah.
And, he's in the opening credits, I think.
Yeah. He's definitely listed in the
It's
opening
all
credits.
it's all coming together now.
No, man, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Brant is one of my favorite characters that's ever been written, and like in anybody else's hands, that's a do nothing part. But just the way that Philip Seymour Hoffman completely embodied that character, and like every time that the dude would say something, and then he would be like, that fucking smarmy fucking look that he has on his face.
I'm better than you 100%.
Oh, yeah. No, and-
even though I'm the help
Yes.
and I'm the butler, I'm still better than you. Yeah.
And the reverence at which he looks at Jeffrey Lebowski and the way that he talks about him.
When he's like upset.
Yes.
He's like he's distraught.
Yes.
He's distraught right now. He can't.
And the complete and utter horror whenever he is leading the dude out of the house, and Tara Reid's right there, and she says, "I'll suck your cock for $1,000."
Yeah, dude. that panic.
Yeah.
God, we've all been there.
Yeah,
trying
Brett
to,
can't
like-
watch, otherwise he has to pay $100.
And you know he's done that a few times.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Austin?
I was just gonna say the first movie I've ever seen Philip Seymour Hoffman in was the Hunger Games movies,
Really?
and I loved him then.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But he literally died like before the second part of the third one came out, so they had to omit his character from that movie.
R.I.P.
He
Yeah.
was in it, but like if you've seen all those movies, there
Never
was
seen
like a letter that was sent to replace him, like at the end, like his congratulations and whatnot at the end of the movie.
Man, I
But-
could do an entire fucking podcast just on the different characters that he has played, from Dustin Davis in Twister to Scotty J in Boogie Nights. Dude, I can't wait till we could we cover Boogie Nights on
Boogie
this
Nights.
as well. So
we talked about it months ago when I watched The Master when you recommended
yeah,
that movie.
yep.
That might be his best performance.
Like legitimately, might be his best performance. The other thing that I would put it up against would be him playing Truman Capote in Capote.
Yeah.
Just like that's a masterclass.
The accuracy
on acting,
on
absolutely
portraying
is.
him was good.
Absolutely.
And then he was fucking scary in Mission
Yes.
Impossible too.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah. Like legitimately, yeah, he plays a fucking bad guy on Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
What a crazy goddamn career that guy had. I mean, way, way, way too soon we lost him. I won't make the same joke twice.
You almost did.
I almost did. I legit almost did.
I would have walked out.
Did you?
Would you have walked
Yeah.
out?
I almost walked out last time.
I just want to say, did you guys in this movie feel the unease, or not even get like put back by the fact that Walter just pulls out a handgun?
Oh my god.
Cocks it, puts
Yes.
his finger on the trigger,
Yes.
and is yelling in public.
Zero trigger discipline right
Right.
there in the moment. Mark it as zero Smokey. And
Mark it a fucking zero.
Yes.
This
No
is not
and
Nom. There are rules.
There was
This is
Yes.
no
bowling.
reaction while it was happening by anyone else in the. In
They're
like,
just
the
Mr.
background.
Walter. Yeah, that's something he does.
Well,
I mean, the
Walter,
cops show
better
up.
call the fucking cops.
Yeah, and they're just sitting in the car while they're running in.
Yeah, and I love it. And then we get the after. They're sitting in the
but
car.
was I wrong? Was I wrong? No, man, you're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he's
and
like, you're the
that's-
one freaking out,
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah, you
I'm-
need to
I'm
calm
calm.
down.
I'm calm.
I'm calm, dude.
I'm the calm
I'm
one.
calm.
I'm calmer than you are.
Calmer than you are.
The cops just running in the back.
I was just sitting here thinking, yes, okay, look, the movie itself is nothing. Like the whole point of the movie, I think, can probably be summed up in the scene where the dude is in Jackie Treehorn's office, and Jackie Treehorn gets up, runs over, answers the phone, and is talking on the phone, writing down on the notepad, and then the dude, Jackie Treehorn's like, I'll be right back, and steps out of the room, and dude runs up there and grabs the pencil, and then
To
does
trace what he did.
and it's just a dude with a hard dick. I think the entire film can be summed up into that moment, which is it has nothing to do with like what you expect. It's the whole, there is no point to any of this.
Yeah, it's just an event that happened
It's
to
an
some
event that
living
happened.
people.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of the Coen
whatever your
movies, though.
expectations were, that they have been subverted in this one moment. And yeah, it
And they're all
legitimately
such
is.
closed loop like stories.
Yes. Yeah.
like all their movies. Like
They're-
that's why you
it's
don't have
definitely-
sequels.
Yeah,
like,
you don't
'cause
have sequels.
You can't.
They
Like,
don't do sequels.
It is what it is.
Yes. And I think that's like one of the reasons, like, because they don't have a franchise. They don't have that multi-billion-dollar
Could you
franchise
imagine
thing.
the
that's
Big
gonna end
Lebowski
up-
4?
Yeah. No, I
The
couldn't.
biggest.
But I think
I couldn't.
it does allow for like Pineapple Express is like it really is like the spiritual successor.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it is awesome. Like, we
Oh, I
fucking-
know.
We
It's
love
fucking
that
awesome.
movie. You know,
It's awesome.
I love that movie still. So, as long as we get that, if it's done well,
Oh yeah.
respectfully, I don't mind them not doing a sequel if they're. allowing people to just rip off the movie.
Yes.
Because that's all Pineapple Express was.
Well,
It's the same movie.
in a lot of ways. Let me
I
think.
synced it.
No, because this whole thing was started by the Big Lebowski. Jeffrey Lebowski saw that he could take advantage of the dude because
he's a burnout loser.
Why not?
And nobody.
Yeah. And he tells him right there at the very end. And he was like, because you just thought that, you're just going to go ahead and pin it on me because I'm a burnout and a loser. And you thought that, the man wouldn't even take notice. And he's like, well, aren't you?
And
he's
like,
well, yeah, man.
Well, yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, because like legitimately, that's exactly what he is. That's exactly
that's
how the whole
like
thing
a
plays
lot of
out.
what I was talking about, where I'm not smart enough for this movie in the sense that it's very class based, where you have the industrialist, capitalist looking, old guy who doesn't want to help anybody, doesn't want to provide
but
his funding.
It's a facade.
Right,
Like,
and I mean that's
he
the
has
joke
no
too.
money.
Right, and that's the joke too.
Yeah.
He presents rich.
Correct.
He presents that he has all this money.
Yes.
But in reality, he's just a poor nobody, just like everyone else, and he controls nothing. He has no power.
Zero
Who has
power.
the power? The women of the family.
Correct. Maud is one of the. She's
Right.
the controlling factor behind.
She gives him an allowance.
Yes.
Right, and the whole thing too, and her, the class based part of it too, being the feminist power of the early '90s that she is. She decides when it's time to have a baby. And she chooses who the father is.
I love that.
And she chooses to have the baby alone because it's
What is
time
that,
for her to
yoga?
have a baby. Was that yoga? No, it helps with insemination.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and
What
I
did
mean,
you think that we were doing
that's
here?
the power that I'm seeing in
Yeah.
this movie, though, is like that's the whole point of it. Is she chooses when it's time to have
Yeah.
a baby, who to have the baby with,
Yeah.
and at her own will, because she has now spent her entire life building her her life that she wants, and to put herself in a position where she's ready to have a baby. And then for him to have the opportunity to not have a baby, he can choose to do that too. And like, with Walter being the ex-Marine, saw his buddies die face down in the muck, and
I don't know if he was. I don't know if he
or
actually
if
was
that's
in
part of his
Vietnam.
character, right? And
I think that might be something that he yells
he just
about.
has a mental problem,
Yeah.
and he has
Yeah.
a gun, but again,
Goddamn veteran.
Definitely has a mental problem.
And
man.
and again,
Oh, he
it
definitely
shows
has
the
a fucking,
like he's a
mental
guy with a
problem.
gun who has
Yeah.
access to a gun. He's waving it around in public.
Yeah.
Donnie might be
and-
the sanest of the three.
Oh yeah,
He's
well,
just there to bowl and hang out.
yeah, man.
As far as we're aware,
fuck
but-
it, man. Let's go bowling.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
go.
know,
Yeah,
though.
let's go bowling.
I don't
Yeah.
know though. There's something dark about him.
Oh, about Donnie?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he knew that the other guy was a pedophile.
Well, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, a pederast. Yeah.
Right.
And imagine he moved in, he had to go door to door and tell all those people who he
Oh my
was.
God.
And we get the scene of him knocking on the
Yeah,
door
yeah.
with the redneck guy holding
Yeah.
a beer on the phone, and he's just all greasy and stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love those characters. I love Jesus as a character that's in there because
Yeah, dude.
I mean, like, legitimately, the movie is a film noir that takes place between scenes at a bowling alley, and that's all the crazy fucking shit that ends up happening to him.
It all just seems to be like in a little suburb of like LA.
That's all it
And,
is.
Yeah.
It all takes place in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so when he loses, you put it all together, right, Austin? Where he went to get the money to get the bride back, but the bride wasn't kidnapped, and
She wasn't kidnapped.
and there was no money
There was no money
on anybody's side of it.
Correct.
He gave Lebowski a fake bag. Walter threw out a fake bag.
Yes.
Either bag would have been
Both
fake.
were ringers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And his car gets stolen when he leaves the money in the
Yes.
car. And that's the
leads
only reason he
to-
really cared about the car getting stolen in the first place, is because
One
the
of
money was in it.
Dude, and like at least one of the best scenes
When he calls the
ever.
cops.
No, it's the
Oh.
whole where they go to Larry's house,
To get the money
kid's
back.
house, to be able to
Oh,
get
yeah.
the money back. And
Hello, sir. How are you doing this fine
Yes,
evening?
yes.
Is he all right or what?
I'm a huge. I want to let you know that we're huge fans of yours. Just a pleasure to be able to be sitting in the same room with you. And he's over there in a fucking iron lung the
Yeah.
entire time. But the like Larry, the kid, he never says anything.
Yeah.
He never
doesn't
says
know
a
what's going
single
on.
word the entire time. And he was fucking stonewalling me, and which leads to one of the best lines ever. And if you have ever seen the edited version of it,
You
it's
ever
one of
find
the-
it when you find a stranger in the Alps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This
Yeah.
is what happens, Larry.
TBS version.
when you find a stranger in the Alps. which doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense. But the whole this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, and then beats the shit out of the Corvette that's out
Did
there.
you guys watch an edited version of this or something?
No, it's just it's an old meme.
I've seen it so many times, and
It's become the TV version has become a meme.
Yeah.
Over
You
the
all
years.
watched it on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I bought it in 4K.
I bought it in
was
4K.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah,
You
it is
watched
on.
It's in
it is on
HD
Netflix.
though.
I didn't watch it on
So-
Netflix.
I mean, it still looked fine. I mean,
I sailed the movie seas, and
Oh, did you?
I did.
You don't have Netflix?
I do.
Okay,
But,
it's on Netflix.
literally could have
yeah.
just watched it on.
but I wanted to have a permanent copy.
There you go.
Oh,
So
okay, I
I
gotcha.
went
There you go.
sailing.
Okay.
Arr, you went out and
You just
went shopping
incriminated
for it.
yourself, man.
Arr. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
But he loses the car.
Yeah.
And so what I was trying to say, I already forgot.
Oh, no idea.
That's okay, man.
dude. The fact that
okay.
they're on their way back and they get they're eating In and Out
no,
burger.
I was gonna say. So he loses the car.
Yeah.
So he calls the cops, and the cops show up at his house.
Yeah.
And the one cop's digging through his ashtray. There's just broke up weed all in the
everywhere.
ashtray.
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, they stole my car, man." And he's like, "Oh, what was in the car? You know, like my papers and my business papers."
My business papers.
He changed papers.
and he
to,
was like,
"What kind of work do you do?" I'm unemployed. I die every time at that
Yeah.
part. The delivery of it,
And
the way
as he kicks back,
you
in
can
the
see
chair,
him process the
Yes.
whole like
Yeah.
what was in the car. Like he's trying to think. He couldn't even think what
Yeah.
was in the car.
Yeah.
But he goes, "My papers,"
and
and he catches
look, man,
himself.
I had it's the tape deck that was in there, and
Yeah.
do you think they're gonna be able to find it, man? Because there was some credence that was in there.
My CCR. I
Yeah.
fucking hate the Eagles,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Oh
he
my
likes
God.
CCR though.
Oh yeah, loves CCR, hates the Eagles. That's
Me
what
too,
gets
dude.
kicked out of the
I-
fucking
so-
cab,
Fuck the Eagles.
so.
I read a little bit
I'm
into
with
it,
him.
and apparently there could be some backstory on why. That's a deep cut that I'm not familiar with. But so the Eagles apparently were almost pro-Vietnam at the
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were not anti-Vietnam. And he talks about in the movie where in college they protested the Vietnam War.
Well, because
And
he's
a
the
pacifist.
character is technically it's based around like a real guy,
Right.
That the Coen Brothers actually knew,
And so that's
that was part of
this
the
deep
Seattle
cut.
7. Yeah,
The reason he
yeah,
hates
yeah.
the Eagles is because at least CCR didn't sell out to go
Okay.
into war for
yeah,
Vietnam.
absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though the Eagles sing the song "Take It Easy,"
Okay.
and that's his whole lifestyle.
Oh, like
I see a bad moon rising.
Oh man,
Bow,
fucking the CC.
bow,
And
bow,
look,
bow.
the soundtrack for this movie,
Dude, Dylan's
is
playing like the whole time.
so goddamn good. And this is the thing that I love
perfect.
about like Coen Brothers films
perfect.
is the soundtrack that you'll find throughout the like all of their films is just fucking fantastic. They're really good at being able to find those things that are just incredible. Yeah, fucking Bob Dylan playing in the background. There's so much that's going on. I'm actually looking at the soundtrack right now. Tumbling Tumbleweeds. I love the use of a lot of those older songs. The western songs that you can actually find throughout the entire thing. But yeah, fucking Run Through the Jungle is on there as well. Just incredible fucking soundtrack. Absolutely love the movie. What are some of you guys? I mean, I think have we talked about almost every scene in the movie so far?
Well, I mean, we didn't talk about how whenever he gets back into the Big Lebowski's car, and he's like, what'd you do with the money?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I never had, we dropped it off. What do you mean we?
we?
Yeah,
the
so,
royal
the
we.
royal we.
Yeah.
But then he hands him the toe.
Oh yeah.
That's really what sets you over. And I love the mislead we get there where
Yeah.
it is a green painted toe.
Correct.
And you're like, oh, fuck, they really did cut
Oh
her
my
toe
god,
off.
yeah. The first time that you watch it, you're like, oh my god,
They fucking cut her
They
toe
actually
off,
cut her
dude.
fucking toe off. Like this is actually serious.
And then that's when it hits him where it's actually serious.
Yes.
But then he's like, do you ever think though that maybe she just took your money? And then that's when he gets the toe and he's like,
Walter.
oh fuck, they're gonna kill that poor young girl, man.
yeah. Walter, his whole thing is
I get you a toe.
I get
You want a
you a
toe?
toe.
I get
Yeah.
you a toe by
So it's
3 p.m.
3
With
o'clock
paint.
with
Yeah.
with nail polish on it.
You know how easy it is to get a toe?
Yeah.
Walter fucks so much shit up in this
I know.
movie.
It's
So much shit up.
he is like he's like this archetypal like strongman character that is always present in like the film noir.
Yeah, and I love that. The dude is kind of the opposite of that.
Yes.
We still get the 50s, like the
The
50s,
fact that they're
60s.
fucking friends doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it kind of does.
They're on a bowling
because,
team together.
You know, if you know, like,
Well, yeah, 'cause
if he was
he
part
were-
of the Seattle Seven and, like, you know, protesting the Vietnam War and everything like that, and he
And he
is
was
an
part of
actual
Vietnam,
veteran, and
Yeah.
he came back and he's all fucked up from all that. I mean, you could see how they could, like, you know, tie up and be friends, but the fact that they have any type of relationship at all between Jeffrey Lebowski and Walter Sobchak, like, that does. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
man.
because
They're
it'd be
so
too
bad
much
together.
energy. In
not even fucking
maintaining
Jewish,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Like that the dude would not be willing to do. You know,
Pollock, was he calling Pollock Catholic?
Yeah, you're Polish Catholic.
Yeah, yeah.
You shut the fuck up. You know that I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
He was-
Seems like it's just based in you're stuck in history, and he's like, yeah, from fucking Moses. And it's all fucking history. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, man. Again, is it the best movie that's ever been made? No, it's definitely not the best movie that's ever been
yeah,
made.
that's the Emoji Movie.
Is that what it is? Okay.
or is it the food movie that Seth Rogen did? What's it called?
Sausage Party?
Sausage Party. Yeah.
I don't remember. I never watched it.
You never watched Sausage
it's
Saw that
Party?
shit in
It's-
theaters, bro.
Oh my god.
Bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like it was not worth even the time.
Even if I were like 14,
You
I
should go
would
back
still
and
be
watch
like,
it.
this sucks.
You should go back and watch it. It's really terrible
But
when you
it's
go back
worth a
and watch
watch.
it.
It's worth a watch.
But like the themes that are actually in it are horrific. It is.
I've heard some like dialogue that's in there, and it's like
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, it's super rough.
So
It's super rough.
I want to get a little bit more from Austin.
Yeah.
I want to hear a little bit more about what do you think about the movie you didn't enjoy? Like what specifically about it?
That's the thing. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I just don't think of it as highly as what you guys are putting out. I don't like they give it an 8.1. I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't give it an 8. Like I think it's okay.
Is it the dialogue?
Is it the dialogue?
Is it the ending?
It's kind of under the radar.
No, I mean, honestly, Donnie dying really pissed me off because like there was just
Good.
No, that's why I brought it up earlier because there was no like emotional attachment to it. He just died, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. And then they just move
It's the
on.
chaos of life.
Yeah, like legitimately.
You're just going to get some milk, and next thing you know, your buddy's having a heart attack.
Well, so
Also,
I
about
know.
that scene where like Walter just gets pissed off with the nihilists. He's like, "Fuck it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He calls
Yeah.
their bluff, and they're like, "Oh
He
shit!"
pulls out a fucking katana.
katana.
Although that's probably my favorite.
At one
scene,
point in
though.
time, he has an Uzi,
Yeah.
and
He goes, "What's that?" It's my Uzi.
yeah.
So what do you need that for?
Yeah.
Hey, just grab the wheel.
Yeah.
What do you mean grab the wheel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for him to roll out, double back around. I'm gonna get up. Here we go. He just jumps out of the car,
Moving car,
just hits the ground. Uzi spins and shoots. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it.
so great.
That whole ending scene though is probably my favorite though. Like when they're
Cars on
fighting
fire.
the three
The nihilist, yeah.
the nihilists, whoever they are. I thought that was really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I liked that scene a lot.
And that's where they got the toe. They cut off like their
His
sister or
girlfriend's-
girlfriend or somebody. They cut off
Correct.
her toe.
The girl that was with them
At the diner.
At the diner.
At the
yes.
diner, while they were at the diner, the van that they're riding in pulls up at the red light behind the diner. If you guys watch it again.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So it still connects that they're in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that they just got through eating. That's why they were so close to the bowling alley
Yeah.
to make it like, why were the nihilists even at the bowling alley? They were just around the block eating at the diner.
Oh yeah.
That's the shot you get there. But it's the show don't tell. They're just putting that in motion.
That's awesome. I've watched this movie so many times and I didn't even catch that.
Watch at the diner
catch that
scene
little
when she
piece.
asks what they want.
Yeah.
The van pulls up at the red light behind them.
Lingonberry pancakes. That's what they all want apparently. So outside of the actual film itself, do you guys know about so the movie came out, I want to say it was May 6th of 1998.
98, yeah.
March 6th of 1998. So it's a nationally celebrated
Dude,
It's-
Dude Fest?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
and
about to say.
Dudism?
Yes.
Yeah, it's created a whole phenomenon of
correct.
culture
Yes.
worldwide.
Yes, worldwide.
Dudism,
The Taoism of the Dudism, which is this. It's damn near a
I'm
religion.
like 99%
Pretty
sure you
much.
can actually register as Dudism, like in the military.
yeah,
Like if you were to, yeah. the same as like Rastafarian.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure Dudism is a registered.
What is Dudism? Like
This
what are
whole
they-
idea of just like it will pass.
It's a modern.
Do nothing.
It's a modern LA take on like Chinese Taoism.
Correct.
Which is a branch of Buddhism, which itself is a branch of like another form of like Tibetan Buddhism, which is it just continues. But this is just a modern U.S.
Yeah.
version of.
and
it's
this-
like Buddhism without the nihilism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like legitimately it became this movement. And along with this movement, like Dude Fest is it's a fucking thing, man. Like people dress up as Jeffrey Lebowski.
Hey, March
the
6th
dude.
is the day of the dude.
Yeah, I know. March
The
6th.
high holy day.
The high holy day, the day of the dude. They celebrate it every year because it was the release date of the film, and there's this entire movement, across the United States, across the world, where people dress up as the characters from Big Lebowski and celebrate the life of the dude, and just this idea.
I read a lot of that was like just Jeff Bridges' clothes. Like he was just
Yeah,
His own
like
clothes,
legitimately,
he's
it
just,
is.
he's just wearing it.
Let me
the
tell you guys,
shoes
though,
are Jeff Bridges' shoes.
When he's
those
walking
gels
through the
that he's
grocery
wearing.
store
Oh
Yeah.
in his robe and his
Yes.
pajamas,
Yeah.
I have done that.
Oh, I know you have.
That's why I
Dude,
texted
this
the
is
group.
the-
I was like,
Yeah,
Reuben is kind of
Reuben
just
is
dude.
the dude.
And let me tell you guys, this movie had no impression on me becoming the dude.
Right. You just
I
were
just
that person
happened
anyway.
to be this branch of character building that happened.
Yeah.
And watching the movie now, being in my early 30s, I 100% am going to be the dude in
Oh.
like 15 more years.
What do you mean 15 more years?
You're there now,
dude.
buddy.
Yeah, man.
You're like proto dude at this
yeah,
point.
I've hung out with you. I know what that looks like.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
gonna-
Except the modern version of it where you just play fucking video games all day long
Instead of listening to tapes on my rug.
Yes, absolutely.
I have done
Oh
that.
my god, the fucking tapes that he's listening to.
I hate you so much, dude.
He is listening to.
Not surprised.
He's listening
He's
to
listening
bowling
he's
sounds.
Listening, hold on. One of them, he's listening to a baseball game from 1987.
Yes, and he's listening to whale noises.
He's so relaxed
Yes.
and happy.
And the whale noise though sounded like a scary movie. It was going, oh.
Yes,
It was
Yeah.
not
No, it was
peaceful
whale
at all.
noises. It's exactly what it
But
was. It's
the
whale
scene where
noises.
he's on his new rug that he stole,
Yes.
and he is listening to a baseball game from 1987.
Yeah.
I literally cracked up laughing, and Kayla's like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "Why is he listening to a 4-year-old baseball game?"
Yeah.
Like, and he's just
Yeah, because it's not old enough to be relevant
No.
right.
or like legendary, and it's too recent.
And it
to,
was just a
know,
random
I'm
series game. I'm
curious.
pretty sure.
yeah. There's nothing. And he's just so happy.
Yeah, what happened?
I love
Look at
that
why
scene.
the significance of that specific game
Yeah,
too, because it was written out. But that shit got me. Like, it just, for some reason, him smiling, listening to a baseball game on a Walkman is just funny. It's just, there's parts of this movie, it's kind of like when we watch Fast and the Furious, there are parts of this movie where it's not supposed to be funny, and I'm laughing at it. And I can't explain
I
it.
assume any scene that I laugh at was very particularly crafted to elicit a laugh.
to evoke that from
Oh
me.
yeah, absolutely it was. Absolutely.
'Cause the Coen Brothers. I mean, it's all intentional.
You know, so have you guys of the Coen Brothers like filmography? I'm not going to ask Austin. I'm going to assume that he hasn't seen any of them. So we're going to
You know
go
what's
ahead and go
funny
with that
is
one.
that I've actually seen Hail Caesar.
Okay,
I don't
That's
remember
probably
it.
my least favorite of
You
their.
haven't seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh no,
Oh, yeah, dude, listen,
That's-
I grew up with that on VHS tape,
Yeah,
and
I've
my
seen it hundreds of times.
yeah, hundreds of times. My stepdad had watched it. It and Dumb and Dumber for some reason were
Yeah,
the two movies.
Yeah, Man of Constant Sorrow.
Yeah,
That and I mean, like, legitimately, I mean, it's the it's the retelling of the Odyssey. That's exactly what it is, and it's goddamn, it's such a, I mean, it was a very influential movie for me.
I mean, like even shit like Buster Scruggs is fucking awesome.
Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Have you seen that, Reuben?
was that a spinoff?
No, so it's on Netflix. It was written. It was done specifically for Netflix, and it's a collection of short stories, and like the Ballad of Buster Scruggs happens to be one of the the stories that headlines this collection of short stories that's in there. And so it's just a bunch of different shorts that they do. And each one
silly.
is very Coen Brothers.
Mm-hmm. There's one particular scene that happens in the saloon.
Yes.
You know which one I'm talking
Yes.
about? That is the most Coen Brothers shit you'll ever see.
It's like
It's so good.
it's almost like Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
silly, but like
We should do a Looney Tunes movie,
incredibly
like Space Jam.
I'm down.
It's very
What's the guy's name that's in it? I can't think of his name.
Is he from Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
yes,
He's in it, yeah.
He's one of the what's the hell's his name? Tim Blake Nelson.
Yep. I was like, he's one of those 3 name guys.
Yeah.
3 name guys.
Can I read something to you guys
Yeah,
real
go
quick?
for it.
The Sony Auto Reverse Walkman features before and after the dude's magic carpet acid flashback caused by a swift punch to the head by one of
the
Maud's
fucking
goons.
acid flashbacks too. Yeah.
The cassette tape, which appears to have been customized, recorded, and taped by the dude, contains 2 clearly labeled sides. Side A, which is Venice Beach League Playoffs, 1987.
I don't think it's
not even-
I don't think it's a baseball game. I think it's the playoffs. It's
You're getting there.
It's
Side
bowling.
Side B is labeled Bob. Side A can be heard before the flashback. We hear bowling sound effects,
bowling.
like
That's what it is.
like the bowling ball rolling
Yeah, that's what it
forward
is.
and knocking pins down. Before each of the sound of the pins falls, we see the dude's wrist revolve, mimicking the action of throwing a ball.
He's listening to a playback of when they bowled.
So
Yes.
he's just like, I guess, just imagining.
Reliving that moment.
Well, he's also getting in the groove for
Yeah,
the upcoming
the
playoffs.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, now this movie's too deep for me, man.
Yeah.
Too deep for
Side
me.
B, simply labeled Bob, refers to Bob Dylan and can be heard as soon
Yeah,
as we enter
okay.
the flashback with Bob Dylan's The Man in Me. The song continues until we return to reality, and the dude is laying bare, what does that say? Laying on bare hardwood
Yeah,
floor.
they took the
They
rug
took the
out
rug.
from under him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
what it
like,
is.
damn, dude.
The acid flashbacks that you get in that,
Yeah.
which is
And I just now realized, it's acid flashbacks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's not just that he got punched and that's
No.
what he got knocked out. Like
because he actually says
he
it
even
at
says,
some point in
what
time.
do you do? And he
Yeah.
goes, sometimes the occasional acid flashback.
Yeah, absolutely. And like that whole fucking sequence of like the nihilist chasing him with the scissors.
Yeah.
You know,
That was-
I got to get it before they
cut
cut
off
my
his
dick
Johnson.
off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Johnson.
The scene that's so visually stunning, which is all the girls with all the fucking the bowling pins on their hat, and
he's coming
just
down
that
the
whole
stairs.
Scene, yeah,
That's
coming
kinda
down the
cool,
stairs, and then when they're all standing there like open legged. And then he goes right down the
just
center,
flying.
and then does the whole thing. Where
That
he
shot's
looks.
cool though. How they
It's
how
so
they
good.
rotated him,
Yes.
without it like looking like he was rotated.
Correct.
I don't know how they did that.
Well, he talks about like it was all done like he's just on a skateboard and they're pushing him through a thing.
Okay,
and then,
okay.
Yeah. What was hilarious is he tells this story about whenever they were filming that sequence, his family was on set at that particular point in time. And he was like, oh my God, this is a terrible day to be able to have my family on set. And so he gets down there and they're doing the whole thing. And as he's looking up, he notices like the first girl that's in the line as he's looking up, she has pubic hair like coming out of both sides of the panties that she's wearing. And he was like, okay. And then he goes to the next one and it's just like way more pubic hair coming out. And he's like, what the fuck is going on?
They made
And
it
by-
thicker and thicker all the
thicker and thicker all the way down. The guy who actually did like the makeup and costumes and everything like that went and put like crepe hair in the
Just
the
to get a
costume.
reaction
Yeah,
from
just to get a reaction from him. Yeah, and it's man,
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I didn't know about that
It's
one.
hilarious. Yeah, those sequences are fucking phenomenal. Yeah, like they're just out of nowhere. They're crazy ass, dream sequences that are in the middle of it.
He's flying on the magic carpet.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. It's so funny.
Flying through the air, and then he reaches out and he figures out he's got a bowling ball in his hand, and
He's swimming.
Yeah,
I like the one
yeah.
part where he's swimming through the air.
it's so great.
So stupid.
What were we talking about before the?
Dude.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Man, look, man.
Dude,
Yeah, man.
Hey,
fucking
I
human
don't have much more to
paraquat.
say about this. Like, I love it. And
I
I'm
love
probably
it.
going to watch it again this
Yeah.
week.
Absolutely. Ready to move on?
Yes.
Think
Does
so.
it- Does everybody have a movie?
Yes.
Awesome.
I have,
not- I'm
I
not
have,
going
I have
first.
eight
Okay.
movies.
Austin seems like he's excited to be able to present his movie.
Not
So-
really. I just thought of it last night. I was like, why haven't we watched one of those?
Okay. Okay.
I would like to suggest the very first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Guys, those movies are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, some of them.
The first three.
The
I mean,
first-
4 and 5 are good, but they're
I'd
not.
say
They're
the
not quite
first,
the trilogy.
Yeah, the first.
You don't like Dead Man's Chest or At World's End?
Dead
I
Man's
like
Chest
Dead
is
Man's
actually
Chest
really
is
good.
good, but
Yeah.
Outworld's End gets kind of funky.
At World's End is it's.
But Dead Man's Chest is actually really good.
Yeah.
In fact, I dare say I almost like it.
It's
maybe
probably my
more
favorite
than the
of
first
them.
one.
Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do with the, oh shit, what's his name? Who plays the fucking tentacle guy?
Davy Jones,
yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Nighy.
Oh yeah, that's who it is. Bill Nye. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
The science guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the
That's
science
him.
guy.
Bill,
100%. Okay. So Pirates of the Caribbean.
The first one.
Yep.
Yes.
The first one. Logan.
That's a good one, though.
I'm gonna bring up one. Oh, I want to watch that. I'm gonna bring up one that I brought up before that didn't have a chance, and that is Kingsman
Okay.
1.
I just watched that like a couple months ago.
I watch it probably once a month. So
It's also a great movie.
It's a fucking
I love Kingsman.
yeah. I think the plot falls
Oh, I'm sorry.
apart
No,
a little
I
bit.
watched the second one. I didn't watch the first one.
I hate the second one. God,
Really?
I hate the second
While,
one.
while I was
Julianne Moore,
watching, dude, while I was watching this movie, I didn't know Julianne Moore was the same girl
Yes.
that's in
It's in this-
Kingsman too.
yes,
and
the
the whole
second
time
one.
I was like, where have I seen her before? and
Right.
it took me till right now because I was scrolling through this and it said Kingsman 2, and I was like, oh shit,
She was
okay.
in. She was in both. She was
Yeah,
very.
she's
One of the
very
best things
thorough.
she's ever been
She's
in is
poppy.
Children of Men. Children of Men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
Oh. Do you want me to go first, Reuben?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the movie
Children of
the movie that I would like to watch
Super bad.
Paddington 2.
is not Paddington 2. Actually,
One day.
One day, maybe.
It is actually a movie that I just purchased in 4K
Physically?
Steelbook.
Oh,
I know what
I know what it is.
I know what it is.
I know what it is. Ferris
Um,
Bueller's Day Off.
That is not correct. That is not correct.
God, I hate you,
Um,
Reuben.
It is actually out on 4K Steelbook right now. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The movie that I actually just purchased is Backdraft.
Oh,
So
I thought you were going to say Sicario.
Oh no. Yeah,
Sicario!
I would love to be able to do Sicario.
We've been talking about doing that.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing Sicario for a long time, but Denis Villeneuve, we've done one of his movies,
Arrival?
2 of his movies, just one of his movies. We're going to do 2 of his movies after
Yeah.
we go fucking see Dune.
Yeah.
I don't know how we
maybe.
haven't done like Blade Runner 2049 yet, either, which is
Yeah,
We
well,
haven't.
yeah, we
you
haven't.
guys want
we
to do
did
that?
Blade Runner.
I've never seen it.
We did
Like,
Blade Runner. We
I'll
didn't
do
just
Blade
49
Runner.
yet,
I'll
so-
completely let mine fuck off. If y'all want to do.
I'll watch Blade Runner.
I'll do
Yeah,
it too.
We've already done Blade Runner. We
Well,
haven't done 2049 yet.
2049,
True.
yeah.
So,
Which
yeah.
we kind of, when we talked about it on our last year review one, I felt like we did a disservice to Blade Runner in our episode.
Okay.
Did they do a 4K of the first Blade Runner?
Yes.
sure, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they
But
did.
which version is it? You know, there's
Director's
about-
cut.
The director's cut.
Is it?
Yeah. I think it's the final cut. Is actually what it is. So
Oh baby.
This
Yeah,
one's
it's the
rough,
final
though.
cut. You're right.
It's
Yeah.
the final cut. Backdraft is the movie that I suggest.
Jesus
it's just
Christ.
a fucking. It's a crazy, powerful movie. It's probably not everybody's cup of tea, but
movie
Kurt
sucked.
Russell, badass movie.
Not,
Reuben?
Not your movie, I'm sorry. The movie he pulled up.
I was looking at a movie called Your Highness.
Oh,
Austin, have you seen that?
It sucks.
Come on, Reuben.
this is
There's a
not-
couple
this is not-
funny there's a couple funny
this is
lines.
there's
not-
like 3 funny
this
scenes
is-
in
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending this,
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't.
but Austin, I would recommend you watch this with your brothers and your friends. And it's called Your Highness. It's Danny McBride, James Franco.
It's the follow up to Pineapple Express, is what it is.
Yeah, it was essentially they were like, hey, let's keep running with this like
This
PR,
crew.
this
Yep.
crew, this PR that we have. Let's do another funny, stupid movie.
Yep.
It's called Your Highness, and it's set like in.
I bet it's bad, huh?
Oh, it's real bad.
So bad.
It's set during like A Knight's Tale stuff, during like Skyrim times.
During Skyrim times.
And
With the Dovahkiin.
Yeah.
the Dovahkiin shows up. There's a like
That
pedophile
solid
Yoda.
31 Metascore, 5.5 out of 10.
Let me
on
just tell you,
IMDb.
5.5 is gracious.
there's a pedophile Yoda in the
Yes.
movie.
I'd give that movie like a 2.
Is he? Yeah, he's like an alien.
And Natalie Portman ends up in the movie, and she
Yes.
should not be in the movie.
No.
She carries the movie. Like she's like really trying in the movie. It's kind of weird.
It's so
and
bad.
like yeah, it's a bad movie. But please watch it with your friends.
Don't.
Its budget was 49 million.
Oh, it was a box
and
office.
it only made 28.
Yeah, the fact that it made $28 million is astounding.
I watched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Did you watch in theaters? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
I hated it.
Yeah. No, your movie.
So I have to give you guys a movie. I don't know. I don't have anything.
Really?
I don't-
All those.
He's pointing at Fast 5 right now.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
That's a good movie,
I've
too.
got. No, this isn't gonna work. You guys would hate that. Not gonna watch that.
Argo?
Huh? No, not
Argo's
Argo.
good
We could
as
watch
fuck.
Argo. I was thinking Best in Show.
Oh.
Oh man.
It's a little too dry. It's a little too dry. Let's do. What do you guys want?
Oh
I'm
my
browsing.
God.
I got all kinds of ideas.
Just pick a movie.
All right, let's watch the first Blade.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of those.
The
Okay.
first one, dude, right up your alley.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling. I just have this feeling like if I watch it now, I'm gonna be like, this is not as good as I.
Oh,
the-
I'm a 100%
the
certain.
first one, you're gonna
Seems
be like, "Holy fuck, this is ahead of its time."
Yeah.
This is insane. This is
Stephen
great.
Dorff might be the best actor of our generation.
Yeah, you'll say that.
Yeah,
I don't know
you'll
if
say
I'll
those
say
words.
that.
And then you'll
I
see
don't think I
Blade
will.
2, and you're like, "Can this get any better?"
And
then
the
you watch
answer
Blade
is
3, and
no.
you go, "Oh wow, why'd they make a third one?"
Didn't like Ryan Reynolds show up?
Yes.
In
Oh
that
yeah,
one?
and he basically plays Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking. I remember
He
that.
plays
He plays Deadpool.
Deadpool.
before he's
Correct.
Deadpool.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
my
actually.
movie
He's the best
is
part of that one.
Blade 1.
Okay.
Blade.
Blade.
Blade 1?
It says Blade 1.
Yeah.
Blade.
the subtitle. Blade.
It's no better than our fucking
Yeah.
podcast.
From the guys who brought you Podcast the Movie, the podcast. Blade 1.
Blade 1. Blade.
Okay. So the choices on the table
I
are
vote for Kingsman.
hold on. Choices on the
Do I
table
have
are
Kingsman?
Pirates of the Caribbean, The
Oh,
Kingsman, Blade 1 Blade,
Right.
and Backdraft.
I don't even know what Backdraft is.
It's
I
a movie
actually
about
got
firefighters.
There was a Universal Studios
I met a
ride.
firefighter.
Is that
the
the
other
one
day.
with Nick Cage in it?
No.
It was what?
Wasn't
did you
he
ever,
in one
did
of
you ever
those?
go to Universal Studios
Yeah,
Hollywood and do the
right.
That was the
Backdraft
9/11
like,
one.
Oh, yeah,
ride
that-
experience?
that-
You
I
walked
did.
into
That
a
movie is so
room and the
dumb.
whole room erupted in flames.
Okay.
And they were like, "This is based on the movie Backdraft," and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then like they kick you out. It was great.
Holy
Universal Studios. They had a Backdraft like experience.
Just burn people alive?
No,
Yeah,
you
apparently.
go in a room which is
Damn.
it just looks like a normal room, and
And
then one
it
side
catches
of the
on
room,
fire?
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
they're it's like a show. Like you're
Okay.
in there
Okay,
with
then
them,
I'm not, okay, you scared
but
me.
you're in the room, and they're like, "Hey,
It's controlled?
There's a fire. Yeah, they're like, "There's a fire over there," and I'm like, "Yeah, there is," and all of a sudden it's like, poof, like
Yeah,
it's
there
just
is.
everywhere.
I don't like that
that
at
legal?
all. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
like
know.
that at all.
But it's really hot in there, and then they open the door and they're like, "Go."
we gotta put this bitch out.
The
And I'm
moment they
like-
accidentally forget to turn off the propane and the whole room fills up, and they're like, "All right, light it." Whoosh, the whole room goes.
Right? Yeah, I don't know
It
if
was
I'd
really
be doing
neat
that
though.
one.
It's not there anymore, but
No.
it was
Oh,
really neat.
yeah.
yeah, I would imagine. OSHA's like, guys,
The list of the cast is Kurt Russell, William Baldwin, Scott Glenn, Jennifer Jason
William
Leigh,
Baldwin.
Rebecca De Mornay, Donald Sutherland, Robert De Niro. Yeah.
Good cast.
Yeah, it's a really good cast. It's like I enjoyed the shit out of the movie. Really, really, really good movie.
How many stunt people actually got burned?
I'll watch anything
Oh,
with Kurt
certain-
Russell.
a lot
in
of
it.
them. Yeah.
I'll just tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
which,
Kurt Russell as a fucking firefighter, so you get there. That's that right there. That's the selling point. That should have.
Does he
just
put out
been-
fires with like an old muscle car?
No, he does not.
That'd be awesome.
That would have been awesome as
imagine
well.
he just burns out.
It doesn't matter. I don't think we're gonna get to see Backdraft anyway.
Oh no!
So-
Hey, I'm changing mine to National Treasure.
Okay.
Shit.
National
I
Treasure
vote
is
National
now
Treasure.
National Treasure is now on the table.
I vote that. That's my
Because
vote.
I just bought it.
So, just now,
Yeah, no, like
seconds
yesterday.
ago, you bought it. Oh,
No,
that's right. You did. You said
I want to
that
do
everybody.
Blade. I want to do Blade.
I saw
Okay.
a tweet that was a picture of Nick Cage, and it said, "I was on Twitter. Of course, he was like, I'm going to ratio the President of the United States," and only you Zoomers will get that one because I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we have Pirates of the Caribbean.
So
we
dumb.
have
Kingsman,
We have
Blade
Blade
1,
1,
Blade, and
Backdraft. So Austin,
Kingsman.
Mine's a double feature though.
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'll say Backdraft
Okay.
because I feel like I've never seen that. So
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to watch Pirates.
Okay.
it's up to you, Weese.
He can't pick Backdraft, so he has to pick one of our movies.
We need a poll. We need interaction
It's gonna be
on a poll.
It's gonna be the Kingsman. Is what it's gonna be. So
Kingsman 1.
absolutely.
I'm as free as a bird now.
I look forward
The only
to
thing I
watching
know about
that.
Kingsman is there's a church scene that a
You
man
haven't seen it?
You've never seen it?
Holy shit!
Well, that would have made that vote go
Oh
a whole
yeah,
lot fucking
yeah,
quicker.
a whole lot quicker. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, we're watching Kingsman.
You ever seen
Luke,
James Bond movies? Imagine
You're
that.
gonna love it.
Another
arguably
movie I have
better.
to buy.
It's like Austin Power, James Bond.
Have a
I'm
baby.
familiar with him. I could probably tell you the whole movie, just from my familiarity of pop culture.
You don't understand.
No, man. Like legitimately.
A group of
The way-
secret spy agents who are trying to save the world, and this kid who
okay. Well, actually,
somehow
no. He's 100%
You're
correct.
pretty
now.
on point. Yeah.
there's
But
some
it- but
kid
it's-
gets involved,
the
and
action
they
scenes,
have
the
to
way the
teach him, but he's
camera
too old to be
movements work in
taught.
The action scenes, man,
And
are unparalleled.
Then he Anakins everybody.
All right,
and
guys.
then-
This might be our longest episode ever. We're bordering on the
then
Shining
basically-
right now.
then-
So
Oh, lovely.
yeah,
just edit out everything.
just edit
I ain't
out
doing that.
everything.
Cut out you
Yeah.
The
deciding
only
for 20
thing I'm
minutes.
fucking doing, the only thing I'm doing is adding in the John Cena
That's it.
music.
Yeah,
That's
That's
it.
it.
Just
Is that
fades
John
in
Cena
when you
music?
see
Yeah.
me start
That's
doing
it.
this. Fade it in.
Yeah.
Copyright strike immediately.
All right, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So next week, Kingsman.
Same time, same place.
Same time, same place.
Oh, yeah.
Later, guys.
Right here.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Podcast movie.
Dude,
Goodbye, guys.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, everybody.
Buy my merch. $10% off.
Patreon.
I'm leaving all this stuff in
This
here,
is
by the way.
sponsored by Keeps.
Keeps?
Gillette.
For who? You?
Keeps.
I don't know. I don't know why I said Keeps.
Wait, Logan.
Too late for me.
Logan was telling me about
Yeah.
Keeps. He's like, yeah, I was gonna do Keeps, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna shave it.
Yeah. Yeah.